this look good? Well, what's going on here?
I see a Perry.
Oh, we got recursion going on. Love it.
Recursion.
Yeah, it's like a picture of
That sounds-
me, and then you looking
Another
at me,
picture of
looking
you.
at a picture of me,
Oh,
and then
I see.
me looking at a picture of me all the way back.
It's fine. Isn't that a painting or something?
Okay,
so that's just an ad. It should work.
does it work? Oh hey, oh hey, there it is.
I have no idea how we're doing this webcam thing. Webcam thing. Webcam thing.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this all in a single call because we can't webcam otherwise.
I was trying to find out. Roll20 doesn't have a webcam thing, does it?
Wait, how does this?
Roll20 does, but it sucks. So
Oh,
I couldn't find one.
I got to remember not to vape straight out, or it's gonna make the camera look funny.
Oh, it actually shows. It shows the salt marsh people.
What? I fixed that. One moment.
Obviously, you didn't.
Refreshing extension.
How dare.
Settings.
And by the way, Kamed, I had all the dwarven stuff on my gatherers anyway, so I wasn't super worried about it.
Save. Oh, I forgot to hit save earlier. There you go. But it did automatically turn on at least.
Try refreshing.
Yeah, just in case there's new notes that come out, though, I do have 80 of the gathering token things to maybe unlock them early. We'll see. Gathering token things? Oh, you mean the books? Yeah, for the books. Are there going to be new books? I don't know. Just in case, I got 80 of them, just in case. Yeah, well, that's a good idea. I was filling up my crafter scripts anyway.
You can come
in. Come in. Gather scripts.
Come in.
It seems like the best way for me to get the freaking crafters white scripts is to turn in a whole bunch of goldsmithing things because they seem to be the easiest. Or alchemist. I don't get good alchemist recipes for some reason. Like, it wants strength tinctures. I mean, tinctures. Yeah. But with how cheap things are now, well, they might not be cheap anymore because patch is about to drop. But that was how I used to do it.
Yeah. How hard is it to craft? Does the patching start tomorrow or does it start Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay, so I have time to make my gatherer items before the patch drops.
Yeah,
I just need the main and offhand. I'm doing that right now.
You got a day, but yes, you do.
I mean, I'm off tomorrow, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Same.
I'm off through Wednesday, actually.
Damn. I'm gonna be far behind. All right. I'm probably going to need Kamed to record something with shortly here, and I might need to ask your help for something, Perry.
Okay.
Because I need to get someone. No, I need someone to do a wide shot, and I can't do it myself.
Oh, okay. No worries. I can do it.
I figured you would. Now I just have to figure out a time I can get you and Begun in the same call. That's not ominous at all, is it?
No.
By the way, this is live, just so everyone knows.
I'm well aware. Yeah. That's why I haven't released any details.
Everybody's getting a little bit of a sneak peek.
The inner workings behind Xero's brain. Spoiler alert! There's not very much. Oh,
oh shit.
Oh, here we go.
Here.
Oh, hello.
What? Oh.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
They were a Brady bunch.
Oh, look at this technology.
Technology is great.
Technology is the awesome stuff.
So can I show my camera twice? So my camera's in Streamlabs. I want to see if I can do it in Discord and in Streamlabs. Or is it going to be like...
Does yours work?
I don't think it's going to work that way.
I don't think it will either. Because it's being... Okay, so since mine is being taken... So you're just going to have to look at the stream for me.
Hey, those two are in the same house.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Different angles.
No,
oh, y'all look so good.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
One day we'll be able to.
Guys, his cameras look good.
Let's see. Let's see if I have the tech. If I can figure this out in like 2 seconds.
You do have the tech, Perry. The tech is right here.
Display capture.
Better tech.
The tech.
This is the tech.
Everybody else is going to be looking straight onto their camera, but my camera is actually on my main screen. So every time I have to look at you guys, I'm going to be looking off to the side.
My setup, I have my laptop.
You look like you're in the dark, like the shady, evil person you are.
I am. I am. I can turn up the brightness, or I can go turn my light on, but neither one is actually going to happen. I can just do this.
Shady.
Make it real shady. Real.
No, it can't be
Oh my
that
God,
dark.
No, that's too creepy.
That's not allowed. Can you guys hear me? Okay, is everything good? Is everything?
No,
You sound good.
we can't hear you
You
at all.
sound good.
All right,
Can you guys
cool.
actually see me okay?
Yes.
Literally,
I
you're
know
the
you don't
only thing in the room we can see. Like everything else is like black, and it's just this white
Hey,
shirt.
there's a
this
jersey in the back.
light bulb. Oh wait, that's your forehead.
He doesn't
Yeah,
want us to.
thanks.
He doesn't want us to see
I was
any
trying not to
detail.
say bald.
Oh, I saw that.
What is going on?
It's just funny because like you can see my hand in the opposite way.
Yeah. Okay.
I probably should keep the light on for everyone watching so they can
Alright,
see.
I should pull up the stream. I have too many things.
I
I can hear my wife back there laughing in the
I
other
don't know.
room.
For
The
those,
stream
Cackling.
can't see us yet.
Yeah,
so
she is cackling in the other room.
But we can't see Perry, the DM.
well, you can't. You can only on the stream because it won't let me.
His amazing
Oh.
visage is just burned into my head anyway, so I don't need to see him.
I mean, it's true.
If you need to know what he looks like just imagine me or Tech, the top half here.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
that's all you need. You just need
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
I feel like I should wear like a hat or something. I feel bad.
Can you pull up the stream on another monitor or something? Sam?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have another monitor.
if you want to see me.
Monitor,
Alright.
monitor. I have several options.
It's just that there's a delay, basically.
Monitor.
It's the only bad part.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
sucks to be you.
I'll have to figure something out because.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to figure something out. All right. So we can go ahead and get started. For anyone watching, we're basically we're finally all able to see each other on Discord, so we're running that. And I think later on, I'd like to set up Streamlabs such that we can see everyone's faces at the bottom, but in smaller windows. But it's like going to require some technical setup that I didn't do yet, so
Yeah,
I'm
get
gonna
on
figure
that
that out.
tech.
Yeah. So for now, we're just gonna be running as is. But if you see me look over, it's because I'm looking at their reactions and probably smile like an idiot. All right. So
That's not unusual, Perry. It's fine.
yeah, I do that all the time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the recap of what happened last time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist. So last time on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the party was led to the Temple of Helm, a place of worship where they had sort of investigated and found out that some beholder balloons were seen around that area by a cat. They found a hole underneath the bushes outside the temple and found that there were catacombs underneath the temple. And upon some investigation, found that there were two of these beholder balloons down there. One miniature beholder-looking creature that they fought before, or they fought a similar one before, and a dwarf bandit. And they were talking about how they were going to blow the whole place up with this poison gas, and that no one would ever discover their plans. Well, their plans were discovered when our heroes fought them and defeated them. However, upon defeating them, they realized that there were dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of more of these poison balloons set throughout all the catacombs, and that they were about to go off, and there were lots of people in there. So Tari left quickly to go warn the people inside the temple, and also rescuing a girl that the party had rescued earlier who had some head trauma, basically giving her invisibility to keep her out of sight. Meanwhile, the rest of the party found the dozens of balloons and realized they need to get out of there too before those things exploded. The whole temple was evacuated thanks to the party's quick thinking, and there was a gigantic explosion and poison gas sort of filled the entire temple, to which all the city guard and the mages and the druids of the city all kind of worked together to basically limit the damage and limit the poison from getting out into the city as much. After that, they met the leader of the Order of the Gauntlet, a monk by the name of Master Hlam, who personally thanked the party for basically rescuing everyone in his temple. He said that they would be getting a reward once the temple became habitable, and then the party was off to their own devices after that. They went back home and rested for the evening. In the morning, Xena found Widget with a leather pouch filled with smoke powder. And Xena did not know what this smoke powder was. She thought it was black pepper, and she went off on several different party members.
I didn't go off until they gave me a reason to.
True.
What is this?
Yes.
Banging on everybody's door.
You started banging on everyone's door.
Yes, she was like a crazy woman and went off on everybody. And Glare told her to basically don't put it near fire, and he shut his door. Then Tari threw it in the fire. And upon throwing it into the fire, it exploded, damaged the hearth, damaged 2 tables in the tavern area, and damaged Tari's bedroll. After that whole debacle was dealt with, Xena went to go talk to her friend Vincent Trench of the Tiger's Eye Detective Agency. Vincent told her that he knew what the City Watch knew in their investigation, since he's been tailing them and keeping tabs on what they knew. He convinced her that the City Watch had been using Speak with Dead spells and other various means to determine what really happened, and that it would be best if her and her friends turned over the pistol that they stole and sort of come clean on the whole thing, thinking that because they had done so much for the city, they might get off with a lighter sentence. After that, Widget learned the word tsundere, which was her thing.
I remember that. I forgot.
Yes. And Jeff went to go Jeff went to go talk to Jallister Silvermane to sort of come clean about the pistol and to tell him that they were ready to hand it in.
He was not happy with me.
Yes, Jallister was angry, but said that that he might be able to get the party off easy, but they needed to deliver him the pistol immediately. Jeff tried to pin it all on Widget, but Widget overheard this since Xena had Widget tail Jeff. He got pissed off and crit Jeff in the big toe by biting him. Jeff got pissed off and rays of frosts were fired, at which point the ferret went back home and the two of them got into a big altercation back at the manor. At which point Jeff sort of stormed out of the house and was upset. Meanwhile, the party saw that Penelope was performing at the Yawning Portal, and she was playing a nice song and asked for Vince, basically motioned for Vince to come up with her and play with her. The two performed a very nice duet with a light show and everything, and the crowd went wild. Topha was there, and she went wild. And after that, she sort of pulled Vince aside to a table, and the two of them talked about how much they hated Ulf Foe Reaper. And Penelope wanted basically Vince's help as a way to take Ulf down a peg or two, because he had a big show tomorrow night, and she wanted to basically sabotage it in some way. Not hurt him, but just sort of embarrass him and take him down a peg, since it's going to be streamed all over the city. Vince agreed, and she agreed that they would meet up. The two of them agreed that she would meet them in a few hours back at Troll Skull Manor. Shortly after that, meanwhile, while that was going on, Jeff, having stormed out of the house due to his altercation with a ferret, got pulled into an alley by J.B. Nevercott, the man who sort of introduced him to his new faction, Bregan d'Arthe. He told him that the boss wants to meet with Jeff tonight at his personal ship called the Eye Catcher. And that's where we left off. So, most of you will start at the tavern. Most of you are currently at the Yawning Portal, and you are currently talking to... you are all currently sitting around. Vince and Penelope, you two are at a table together. The rest of you, other than Jeff, so Glare, Xena, and Tari, are at a separate table. You had just witnessed those two perform, and you see them both talking to each other. There are the bar is pretty well filled right now. It's right around lunchtime in the day, and people are ordering Quipper and chips. and drinking, that dark ale that's being served. What are y'all doing?
Drinking ale.
Okay.
That's as far as I got. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink.
All right, y'all are drinking. Penelope will sort of look to you, Vince, and she'll say, "Well, I will. I guess I'll get going, and I'll see you back at your place in a couple of hours, few hours."
Yes, sounds good. Looking forward to it, and hopefully we can teach them a lesson or two.
Okay. She will sort of get up, wink at you, wave goodbye, and head out.
I wink back.
Okay.
Now I'll join everyone else.
You look over, and they're all sitting at a table drinking.
And I will go ahead and grab myself the drink I already had and head on over and join them. Oh, so what did I miss?
I don't know what we miss.
I'll tell you guys when we get back. Penelope's going to stop by our place in a couple hours.
If you're performing already, I'm going to be in my room.
Not per se performing, but you guys might get a kick out of it.
I sincerely doubt that.
Well, maybe everyone else. I know that you're a grouch and don't see the fun in life, so...
Where's that ferret?
The ferret is currently inside of Xena's bag.
I don't suppose you'd be willing to pull a Jeff for me right now, ferret.
He sticks his head up out of the bag and just looks at you.
Oh, it was too much to hope for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if we've taken care of our business here, I don't see any need to stay here for much longer. Shall we finish our ales and leave?
Sounds good to me.
All right. You all make your way back home. It's just about a 15-minute walk. And you find yourselves back at the manor. You still have some time before Penelope shows up. So what would you guys like to do? You have a few hours. What do you think you would be doing during this time?
Well, right when we get back, when I know we're not surrounded by other people who might be fans of our target, I will go ahead and say, so the plan is we're going to try to embarrass Ulf in front of everyone he streams for. Still trying to figure out the game plan, but that's why Penelope is going to come over to our place.
And you didn't mention this sooner because...
There's a lot of people around. Don't want anyone to start rumors and him being suspicious of us.
Well, regardless, I'm in.
See, I knew you could have fun. I just knew it.
Tari is going to communicate with Vince. I can cast darkness on the stage several times.
We'll put that on the list. Probably something not as big in case they figure out who casted that spell and you might get in trouble. So we want to try to be a little discreet about this, but the little things might add up to something big.
So pyrotechnics are out of the question then?
Oh, they're
Probably.
never out of the question.
We're not hurting anyone.
I just, they're just sometimes just got to break out the fireworks.
Also, as long as I'm within like 30 feet, I can do all sorts of stuff with the mage hand.
I was actually thinking about the same thing, so we'll see.
And we're hosting this in our tavern, right? Or no?
The event, no, we're just planning here.
Okay.
Unless he's going to barge in here, I'm sure it is at one of the big stages in Waterdeep.
If he does, I'm just gonna have Tari just throw some more fire sand in the fire, and we'll just deal with it then.
I didn't know what it was. Thank you.
Well, you could have asked before throwing it in the fire.
That wouldn't have done her any good, considering I did ask and you all were assholes. So I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have done any good to ask.
I think the only thing I actually did tell you was to keep it out of fire.
She took it out of my hand. She literally stole it from me and threw it in the fire.
Yep.
So that's what happens when you wake people up by yelling.
Well,
explosions happen. Explosions happen when you wake up people yelling.
Well, at least next time y'all will know and tell me an answer so that everybody can sleep peacefully.
I just want to point out that Saturn said y'all.
What? I did what?
He said you said y'all.
Y'all.
She said y'all, eh?
Oh god. That's not a good combination.
And
we can't.
Just kidding.
I never said Canadians were in this game. In this world.
Well, too bad we're taking over.
They don't exist. They're imaginary creatures like unicorns.
Yeah.
I'm on a camera. I exist.
I can't.
I exist.
Xena, make a perception check.
To see if Sarah exists.
See if Sarah exists. Is that what this is?
Guys, we're only freaking 25 minutes into this night.
Go on.
18.
You notice that Widget is not in your bag anymore.
F.
Yes.
If he's going through my stuff, well, let's just hope that he doesn't go for the combustible stuff.
Right after he says that, there is a crash heard down the stairs as several metallic things sound like they're falling down the stairs.
Oh my god.
And as you
That better
look,
not be my room.
as you look, Glare, to the you know what this is. You know what it is. But you look over to the stairs and you see that your tool bag has sort of just been dumped all down the stairs, and there's a giant mess. And sort of sitting in the middle of the stairs now is a ferret dragging your bag with his teeth.
He's like,
And what in the name of the hells did you plan on doing with those?
He takes something and then runs off.
I really hope that was one of my bombs.
Wait, did you say you hope it was?
because he
What
wants to
the-
kill him, I guess.
Wait, did you say you have bombs in this house?
No.
Nope.
I run after the ferret.
Okay.
Maybe some highly combustible powders that could potentially explode.
You rush up after the ferret. Make a perception check to see if you can tell where he went. Cena, what are you doing? Are you going after the ferret?
Claire's gonna start picking up his tools and try to figure out what's missing.
I'm just gonna wait to see what happens and
Okay.
stay where I am.
Vince, you go up there. You look into Glaire's room. He doesn't appear to be in there. You can continue looking into other rooms if you'd like to see if you can track him down. Is that what you?
I will keep looking. I'm in a panic right now.
All right. You see that he is actually in Xena's room, and he is
In the basement?
Oh no, then he wouldn't be in Xena's room. No, he would be in one of the empty rooms, one of the halflings' rooms. And he's in there, and he's on top of the dresser, and he's sort of got this metallic thing in his hand, and he's just sort of looking at it.
I will slowly approach with my hands up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you have there, little guy?
You look, and you're not exactly sure what it is. You've never seen something like it before, but you see him try to bite it.
Oh God!
I'll
and then it looks like he's about to try and eat it.
I will take it from him if I can.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh boy, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail to a ferret.
Strength check versus the ferret?
Yes.
I'm a fail.
He's gonna fail.
I mean,
Wait. We're talking about the ferret that crit me in the toe, okay?
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you beat him. So you grab it from him.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Not embarrassed. Good.
Yes. Yeah. So you grab it from me. He tries to hang on, but you just sort of snatch it. It looks to you like just like a screw of some kind. It's really shiny.
Claire's over there, like, smiling. She's like, I know what this is.
I will.
Actually, I
I will
Oh.
quizzically look at it and slowly start descending down the stairs.
All right. He's gonna try to bite you.
Oh God!
It's a nat 1. So he tries to follow you down the stairs and he tries to bite you, and you guys watch as he trips and the ferret sort of falls and he's sort of now flat on his belly, sort of spread out on the ground, and his hat sort of flies off and lands in front of him. And now he's on the ground.
Fear me, wherever you are to F. I am the ferret slayer. I have conquered the demons.
Okay, well, I see him fall down the stairs.
Yes, and you see him. He's like face down.
Oh.
He's
I
just
pause
sort of...
where I'm walking down the street and look around me like somebody was just talking about me. Continue walking.
I mean, at that point, I go up to him and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did you get into now?
Tari's gonna help him up with the mage hand. The ferret.
You lift him up. He's just sort of sitting there. He sort of sits down, just folds his arms.
Oh, did the furry rodent fall down the stairs?
He flips you off.
Mind telling me what this is, Glare? As I show him the screw type thing.
Glare like just widens his eyes a little bit. Oh, whatever you do, don't make any sudden movements.
I will stand still frozen.
Okay, slowly hand it to me. Don't jostle it at all.
Wait.
Don't jostle it at all.
Before I give this. Okay. If you have any bombs in this house, and if this is a bomb, I
Glare will
want
just
no more in this
yell out,
house.
boom in his face.
Okay, make a. Oh God. Wait, what? You throw it in the air?
Yeah, because I'm startled.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Or do you try to catch it, or what? You're just gonna throw it up? Glare.
I probably like toss it like a little bit forward because I don't want it in my hands and just.
Glare will be doubled over laughing at this point.
Yeah, it just lands on the ground and clink, 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 clatters on the ground. Nothing happens.
Okay, I think we're safe still.
Glare just doubled over laughing at this point. Completely.
This is a matter of life and death, Glare. This is not time to be laughing right now.
Oh, I assure you, this is a time to be laughing.
I will slowly pick it up with Mage Hand and I'll toss it out into the streets.
What you just disassembled for me there was a common screw, and there are about... I have several more in my bag where that came from, so don't worry, I still have lots more.
But do you have any bombs?
He just kind of turns and picks up the rest of his tools and walks back upstairs.
I cannot live under these conditions. This is... okay. If you blow up the house, you're paying for it.
I'm not the one who's blown up the house so far now, am I?
No, that'd be me.
Okay, well, before Penelope arrives, I'm going to go ahead and freshen up a little bit. So I will see you all in a little bit.
All right, what's everyone else doing? Vince is going to go freshen up. Xena, what are you doing?
Glaire's going to start going through some of his tools. Perry, I'm going to send you something in Discord. What do you think of making something like that?
So, yeah, you can make that.
Sweet.
Just make a Tinker Tools check.
Alright. And that would be
intelligence
what?
plus proficiency. So, yeah.
So
Xena, what are you doing?
D20 plus my proficiency is.
I'm just waiting for us to leave.
Okay. While you're waiting around, you sort of make your way to your room just a little bit, and you notice that in there there is a flying snake sitting there, curled up on your bed with a message attached.
Snakes. I hate snakes. Okay. I go up to it and try to tentatively take the message away.
All right, you take the message. It's no problem. And the snake leaves. The message says basically that it's from Davil, and he says that he received your message from before, and that he thanks you for taking care of the murderer. He says he wants to give you a reward and introduce you to the team. He asks that you come alone, but you can bring your pet. He says
He doesn't count as people.
He said yes. He says to go to a shop in the trade ward called Wacky Knickknacks, and gives you some street coordinates to go to in the trade ward. And he says when you get there, ask the owner to purchase a bottle of pancake rum.
My God.
She's gonna get lost in that store.
Oh my God.
I hope that's a lethal poison.
Santa might have a new team, guys. He's gonna leave us.
Okay.
Probably a better team.
Am I able to craft potions?
Craft.
Does it say when that I need to go?
Healing?
It just would say as soon as possible.
Okay.
And to craft the potion, do you have like proficiency in the alchemist's supplies or tools or whatever it's called?
I currently do not.
Okay, so probably not.
Okay.
Does Glare? I'm not sure if Glare does.
I don't know if I have alchemist proficiencies. One sec. I'm pretty sure I don't actually.
Yeah, you can purchase potions and stuff out in the city though, if you want to.
Well,
Smith's tools, thieves' tools, and tinker's tools. That's all I got.
Yeah.
While Vince is getting ready then, and they're doing whatever they're doing, then I'm going to tell them that I'm going to go get some things, and I'll be right back.
All right. Okay.
Barrett needs to go on a walk.
Yeah, Barrett's got to go for a walk. Tari's going to go visit Glare.
All right. So Xena goes ahead and she heads out for a little while, and you visit Glare. Glare, where would you be right now for Tari?
I'd be tinkering around my lab trying to make my plans come to fruition.
All right. So Tari, you go upstairs and you see that his door is shut, but you hear the sounds of the normal tinkering going on. Yep.
Who is it?
Door opens.
What can I do for you?
I've got an idea. I'm going to start conveying this idea to Saro real quick, if you have something else.
Oh, okay. So meanwhile, Jeff, you have just finished basically talking to Mr. Nevercott, and he has told you that the boss wants to meet you, but not until late tonight. and he sort of gave you some directions to a place in the dock ward where he said that 3 ships were set up: the Eyecatcher, Hellraiser, and the Heartbreaker. And he said that the boss would be on his personal ship, the Eyecatcher. But you have plenty of time until then. So, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
I'm kind of still stewing, so I don't want to go back to the house. Fuck all
Okay.
those guys laughing at me about getting bit by the damn. I'm being glared at right now. By getting bit by the freaking little rat. So I guess I'm just gonna go. I don't know, hang out at the bar, just kind of chill for a little while until it gets to night. I don't really want to cause a lot of trouble or anything because it sounds like it's gonna be an important evening for me. So.
Okay. All right. So you go to the. All right. So you go to the bar. The rest of you, or actually, we'll do what Xena's doing. So Xena, you are on your way, and we'll say that you've made it to the trade ward by now, and you are right in front of this shop called Wacky Knickknacks.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you go in, you see in there the shop owner is a small little gnome with big goggles that are raised up above his head, and his hair is crazy, and he's got like one large like blacksmith's mitt that doesn't quite fit his hand properly, and he says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
Well, I was wondering if you had pancake rum.
Pancake rum? And then he sort of nods, and he sort of goes to the back of his shop, and you watch as like he fiddles with something on one of the shelves, and a sliding door, like a secret door, sort of opens up. And he says, "Right this way."
I follow.
All right, you go down.
Widget's with me, right?
Yeah, Widget's with you.
Okay.
He's just in the bag. So you go down in there, and it's a bit of a tunnel, and then it sort of leads down. It's like a tunnel underground. It leads down underground a ways, and then leads into this sort of this like dark corridor, and then there's a door, and on the handle of the door is that same symbol of the flying snake, and when you open the door and go in, you see that there you see Yagra, you see Davil, and you see various other people sort of all around this, almost like it's underneath in the sewers, it looks like, but it almost looks like it's been carved out to be a home for some of these people. It doesn't smell bad or anything in here. It's just like an area off to the side underneath the city. You see beds spread out in this giant circular room, and there are people sort of practicing archery. There are people practicing magic in here. It seems to be like sort of like a home base for this crew of people. And when you enter, sort of Davil sees you, and he says, "Ah, Xena, you're here. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. Welcome to the Doom Raiders hideout."
I'm glad that my message got to you safely. I didn't put too many details in it.
Yes, of course. Thank you. We appreciate that, actually. First of all, thank you for dealing with that murderer. And he sort of takes off his hood, and you see that he himself is an elf. He's a sun elf. And he says, that despicable man had been murdering our kind repeatedly, and I was getting worried. So you've done, both myself and every other elf in this city, a great deed by taking care of it. He says, so first of all, I'd like to introduce you to everyone here. And he sort of brings several people beside him. And he says, one sec, I'm pulling up something. He says, I am Davil Starsong. All right. He says, I am Davil Starsong. I'm the master of opportunities and negotiations. I sort of figure out what our next mission is and what we do next. I also handle any sort of persuasion that needs to be done to get things done. This is Istrid Horn, our master of trade and coin. This little guy is Schemo Weirdbottle. He's our master of magic. This is Tashlin Yafira, master of arms and mercenaries. And finally, Ziraj the Hunter, master of assassination. And as he introduces all these people, you see that Istrid looks something like this.
Okay.
And Schemo Weirdbottle, the master of magic, looks something like this. And let's see, he is a gnome, just a small little gnome. Tashlin Yafira looks like this. She looks badass. She's like a weapon master or a fighter of some kind.
Ooh.
And Ziraj the Hunter is this giant half-orc. And you see that he has he's wielding this longbow that's absolutely massive. It would take any normal person both hands, and even then they probably wouldn't be able to pull it back. You've never seen something like this. He's looks like straight up cold-blooded killer. So he says, these are the leaders of the crew. We have also various other people who you've met. You met Yagra, and we have various other underlings as well. Have you ever wondered why we call ourselves the Doom Raiders?
Yes.
Good. Because it is a bit ominous, but honestly, it's a name for what we do. We plunder, particularly, we specialize in plundering lich lairs. A lich, you know what a lich is, right?
Yes.
We plunder their lairs, obviously, when they're not there, and try to steal any sort of magical artifacts or anything we think is valuable that we can sell. Lich lairs are called dooms, thus Doom Raiders. Right now, we're trying to gain a legitimate foothold, economic foothold here in the city, which requires us to make alliances with the local guilds and nobles. Unfortunately, the other splinter of the Zentarim, led by a powerful wizard by the name of Manshun, he's sort of got this war going on against the Xanathar Guild, and this has sort of thrown our plans into upheaval, as now we have gained this reputation throughout the city, and it's making it harder for us to do our legitimate business that we want to do in the city.
And how did you eventually branch off from the other Zentrum?
Well, I took everyone that I had influence with, and we made our own separate faction, and anyone else who was more loyal to Manshun stuck with that side of the Zentarim, and thus we are now splintered.
And what's your main beef, though? I mean,
our main beef with them is that they're giving us a bad reputation. This war with the Xanathar Guild, I have no idea what it's about, but our goal has always been to help ourselves to grow our own organization and to make ourselves legitimate in what we do. We don't want to do anything illegal. We want to just become entrepreneurs. And what they're doing is completely out of control, and it's giving the Zentarim a bad name.
Okay.
He says, if you ever need anything from us, I can always arrange any meetings with influential nobles and members of city guilds, if you ever need it. Schemo here has a shop, and he can sell you any discounted potions and poisons, if you'd like. Tashlin, she can offer you mercenaries at various prices. Istrid can give you a loan, though the interest rates are a little steep, honestly. And then finally, Ziraj can assassinate people. Of course, even whatever he asks from you, you'll have to work out with him. He's kind of a bit of a rogue one, but he won't ever assassinate anyone that doesn't deserve to be assassinated.
And out of character, I'm assuming that I can get a list of them again, like to go over. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you all that.
Okay. Well, what is the primary goal that I can fill here?
We'd like you to help us figure out how to end this war between Manchun and the Xanathar's Guild, and perhaps do odd jobs for us that you would be well compensated for. Things such as what you've done already for us. You've taken care of that terrible murderer. We won't ask you to ever do anything that's outside of your comfort zone, and if we do, you don't have to do it. But in the meantime, I do have your reward from that. And he'll sort of present you this box. And he opens up the box, and what you see inside is a pair of silver earrings and a silver chain or collar looking thing. And he
a choker?
Like a choker.
Okay.
And he will say, "This might help you with your animal friend."
Make sure you don't put that on too tight.
He'll say, "This is a collar of animal influence. It might help you with that ferret."
Okay, so I will put this on my ferret?
Yes, he says the way it works is you put the collar onto your ferret. It will shrink down to the size of whatever animal you place it on, and then you put on the earrings.
And then what?
You put on the earrings onto yourself.
Okay.
The two are a pair. You'll be able to communicate with the ferret as well as be able to use certain spells that will help you with the taming of the beast.
Wow, this is a really nice gift. I really hope I can be of use to this guild. Actually, whatever you guys call it. Same.
All right. Before she tries it on Glare.
Meow.
So I've went ahead and put it into your equipment tab in D&D Beyond. You'll see it's called the Collar of Animal Influence. And what it does is it says for the stream, it says this thin silver collar allows an animal wearing it to speak with its owner, who wears a matching pair of silver earrings, even if it is not normally capable of doing so because of its low intelligence score or lack of known languages. It does not grant an animal a bonus to intelligence, and the wearer's general behavior remains largely the same while it wears the collar, though it can communicate its desires and rudimentary knowledge as though being spoken via speak with animals. Additionally, the collar has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 charges daily at dawn. While wearing the paired silver earrings, you can use an action to expend one of the collar's charges to cast one of the following spells at the collared beast only: Fear and Dominate Beast.
Wait, I have to have those spells?
No, you have it's part of it's baked into the item, but you can only cast them on widget,
on
basically.
Him.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Magical items are nice because lots of times they have special abilities you can use several times a day.
I was sure those items were going to go the other way. I think they got to put them on character.
Ferret dominates Xena.
Oh god.
That would be really bad. Okay, so I asked him also, are there specific items of interest in the city or things that you would like me to gather intel on, such as I thought that you might want to make note of the gun that I came across that was on the perpetrator. So I sent that to you. I'm not sure if it was something that you wanted to know, but are there specific things that I need to be on the lookout for?
He says,
to help you?
He says, if you can be on the lookout for any Xanathar Guild activity, we would like to keep tabs on them, just to see what this war is about, or anything regarding the other faction of the Zentarim, the one led by Manchun. those are sort of the biggest thorns in our side right now. So any information, any leads on what they might be up to, if you could share those with us, that would be useful. What you shared regarding this new device is troubling.
I also tell him in person any of the information that I was able to glean from the interactions that we had that I didn't include in the note. Like, just basically telling him that it seems like it had a lot of magical properties, and that when we took the device apart, that it was a lot more sophisticated as a weapon. That, you know, if he has this, then what else would they be able to do?
And he will say that he will ask you, do you know what organization this person belonged to?
No.
Okay.
I don't, do I?
No.
I don't think my character knew that yet.
No. And he says, well, we know he was a drow, and we'll have to keep an eye on this for now.
I asked him, I say, are drow, most drow, like part of any sort of racial thing in the city? Because, and I tell him about the dragon, how he was saying that, you know, they look shady and all of that stuff, as if like he was stereotyping or profiling. And I ask if there's anything that he is aware of that is specifically for drow, or in the city, are they discriminated against? Because, like, as far as I know, that they're not. I don't know, at least I don't think I know anything about that.
He'll say, well, the drow are discriminated against, but it's for good reason, to be honest with you. As you well know, the drow are not very nice people. They've caused numerous problems throughout history. Tried to summon demons. In fact, they collaborate with demons all the time and other forces of the abyss. Not only that, but they have a extreme hatred toward any and all elves that don't side with them ever since the split between elven gods. Corlon Lorathian was the good god, and they follow the Spider Queen Lolth, and she is very, very bad news. As such, they've sort of been twisted, and they're ruthless and they're cruel, and they're powerful and very strong. So they've gotten this reputation, and while it may be unfair for the very, very, very few good drow, and he sort of puts that in quotations, he says the vast, vast majority of them still serve the Spider Queen, and they are very much evil. As for any sort of organizations in the city, I've heard rumors and whispers, but nothing conclusive. That's all I know. If you can find out more.
And you know that part of my band of troops, there is a drow in my party.
A half drow, as I've heard.
See, I didn't know that. In character, it was a half drow.
And he's missing a toe.
You can tell by their eyes. His eyes are not typical of a normal drow. And he's not affected by sunlight the way that a normal drow is. Normal drow don't like sunlight at all. He may not like it, but he's not adversely affected by it. So.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all for me. I'm glad I got a formal introduction to everyone. Is this everyone, or is this just like the main council?
This is the main council. You see other people, by the way. You see other people around, but they're just more like the normal people. And he says, we have several others, and there are a few out on missions right now as well throughout the city doing their own thing. But yes, if you ever need anything from us, you can always come by here, stop by, and we'll try to help out any way we can. In the meantime, however, you're free. We don't have any pertinent missions as of right now. I just wanted to introduce you to everyone and give you that reward.
Thank you. This is very helpful.
You're welcome.
See
you later, Xena.
I leave, and I put the collar on Widget as soon as we get out.
Okay. You put the collar on Widget, and soon as you
put the earrings in too.
Yeah, and as soon as you do that, you hear him say, "Hey, what the hell is all what'd you do to me, Toots? What is this? What is this thing? What is this thing? I don't like it."
This is gonna make it way easier for both me and you. So
it itches.
Too bad.
It itches. It itches.
Too bad. Too sad.
No, Xena, no, don't do this to me.
Okay.
So, he gives up.
After that, we head back to the house.
All right. You head back to the house. What are the rest of you doing during this?
Well, I said it would take a little bit. It's not taking a little bit. It's taking a long time to freshen up.
Vince is still freshening up. Oh, Blair, what did you roll on your thing?
I rolled an 18.
Okay, we'll say that you make it. You make one of those.
All right, I also sent you something else I was wondering about.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look into that in a bit.
I could not find a price, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that later. All right. So, Jeff is drinking at the bar. Glare has been tinkering and just is wrapping up. Tari, what are you doing?
Plotting.
Plotting and assisting Glare.
All right. Glare, you get a message.
Yay!
In your head.
Uh-oh.
And it's the Black Staff.
Yay!
So say it's not me this time.
And the Black Staff says, "It's me, Vajra Safar, the Black Staff. I have a new mission for you, Glare. Please bring your friends. You'll need them for this one. We have spotted something peculiar out at sea, about a mile or two out from the city, near a ship's wreckage. There's a boat at the dock ward waiting to you. I'm sure you know how to use one. Take your friends with you, make your way there, and investigate. Let me know what you find."
Okay. Well, good thing I didn't have any plans tonight. I don't think.
You don't. You just, you know that Penelope will be coming over, but she's just coming over to talk for a little while about plotting. But other than that, there's nothing going on tonight.
Very well. I guess I'll inform the others. Are you still there?
You're just rambling all this. You have 30 words to send back to her, so you just rambled all that to her.
Tari's in the room with me too,
Yeah.
isn't she?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Was that you?
Nope.
Okay, good. Well, apparently we have been asked to investigate that ship thing the dragon saw.
Fun.
Right? I wonder what's down there. Curious now. Anyways,
well, to be clear, it wasn't that. It was just an unrelated thing that was a wreckage. Yeah. It's not the.
I was assuming. Okay, Glaire's just assuming it's the same thing.
Way to assume.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, at the very least, gives us something to do tonight, and I could use some more money to pay for these plans.
Sounds fun. Let's go get the rest of them.
Right.
Well, I guess Glare will go downstairs.
All right. Clop, 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 clop. You go downstairs.
Hey, I'm a graceful cat.
Not with Tari hanging off your back, you're not.
You're riding me?
Whoa.
Oh my.
Wait, not like that.
Really explicit.
Wow, there are viewers, guys. Watch.
You all suck. You guys have
sucking.
dirty minds.
Okay.
Anyways.
So you make your way downstairs with Tari on your back. Yes.
On his back.
And when you get down there, Xena, you have arrived home. The door is closed in front of you.
I just opened it quietly.
Oh, come on. Okay. You open the door quietly for once, and you walk in, and you see that Tari is on the back of Glare.
What the fuck? Tari just waves.
I just looked up like, wow.
I've honestly given up at this point.
I didn't know you were a furry.
I have fur. I would have thought that was obvious.
Well, congratulations is in order. I really am happy for you two. I had no idea that there was a budding romance, and this has come as a surprise, but I'm really happy for you two.
Oh no, he was just giving me a ride downstairs.
Glaire's gonna look at Tari.
Who's
she talking to?
I can see he's giving you a ride. Yeah, a ride.
Just hops off of Glaire, shaking her head, just like Perry is right now.
I've lost control of my game.
I mean, it usually happens. Like at least once or twice. It's fine.
I mean, you have the 5 of us in here. Of course, that's gonna happen.
I'll be like, well, I hope that I get invited to the wedding.
Wait, there's a wedding? I come downstairs.
Yeah,
shows up
apparently Tari and Glance have just consummated their romance by Tari riding Glare.
I thought your name was Glaire. She called you Glance. What?
Glance, Glare, whatever. Glare, Glance, same thing.
Glance was my father.
And Stare was his mother.
Oh my god.
Please put that in the background.
That's canon. That's canon.
In the background.
No, that's canon. Yeah,
that's canon now.
I didn't know that was the ritual really for Serum. Oh well, congratulations.
I don't know
it's
what
really
has
unexpected
happened here. Right. Anyways, I'm just going to ignore you. Move on now.
Don't worry. All I'm hearing from them is they don't want healed in our next fight.
Yep.
To be fair, Vince believes everything that's being said, so
that's true.
Well, regardless, have you seen Jeff? Apparently, we've been asked to investigate some kind of a shipwreck by Blackstuff.
No, I haven't seen
here.
I just went out shopping and got some bling bling, and I didn't see anything.
Bling bling.
Yeah, look at this hot necklace I got my ferret and these really beautiful earrings.
Would Glaire be able to tell that's magical?
I mean, you notice it eventually, so might as well just tell you all.
Yeah, make it an Arcana check. And actually, as you look at Widget, he's like doing his best to try to pull the damn thing off. He's like pissed off. He's like all irate and stuff, and he's like grumpy, and he's like running around all over the place. He hates it, and then he gives up and sort of collapses eventually. Yeah, you're pretty sure it's magical.
It's enchanted, isn't it? Fascinating. What kind of an enchantment did you have put on the ferret?
I didn't have anything put on him. I just got this really neat choker that I thought looked really pretty. So.
And you paid how much for it without realizing it was magical?
You know, I don't really keep a checkbook or a ledger, so I'm not really sure.
Right. He's not going to be in charge of the record keeping here, correct?
No, that would be me.
Good. Okay, we're established on that. Well, regardless, it appears to be magical.
I'm not even sure that she knows how to write. It's okay.
Hey!
I could probably identify the magic if you would like.
Sure.
All right. Well, I'll do a ritual of identify if I could. And I assume that I will be able to tell her all the stuff she already knows.
Yes.
You find out. Sit still that long?
Yeah, he's collapsed. He's giving up. He's been trying to take this thing off for like literally ever since it's been put on him, and he's tired. He's just sort of breathing heavy on the ground, like just his belly's out. He's just like he's depressed.
As a side note, it also seems to have the effect of making him depressed.
Yeah.
What?
I am all for this.
Oh my god. No!
As for Jeff, I haven't really seen him today after he stormed out.
I can send Widget to go find him.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Are you willing to risk the new magical item you got, right, and the ferret, right?
If you send Widget to come find me, you might not get him back.
He said we can do PvP.
You might get him back as a popsicle. Can I do that? Can I like freeze him for like a day so he's not usable?
Oh
And he
my
just thaws
God.
out slowly.
Oh my god! There's a knock at the door.
I answer. There's the door.
All right.
I stand behind Vince because I'm stupid.
Right at the door, you see Penelope. She has arrived.
I will give a big smile and a quick hug and say, welcome. I'm sorry that it's not fully refurnished in here yet, but please come in.
Yeah,
Fair,
we were
it was better yesterday. We just had a mishap with some fire sand.
As soon as you open the door, she's like, hi, nice to see you all again. And she sort of steps in and she's very peppy. And...
Nice to see you. Did you come for horseback riding lessons too? Oh, never mind. It's fine. Just come in.
Oh, okay. She sort of like puts her hand behind her head like she's confused.
I do not understand the chef sometimes. To be honest.
Wait, can you change into a horse?
What?
Who?
I'm asking Xena if you can transform into a horse. I've seen her transform into a spider.
Yes.
I would much prefer that to a spider. I will
Yes.
admit that right now.
So we're riding horses right now?
No! Just
Oh.
never mind. Just go do your singing stuff.
I could probably give you a few pointers. I've ridden horses before.
Well, you just got ridden, so I'm sure you know a lot about it.
Penelope's hearing all this and she's like, aren't we missing one?
I don't know where Jeff disappeared to, actually. Did you see him on the way here? He might have been walking around.
Oh.
Half drow.
Shady looking, you know.
Oh, yeah, I saw him at the yawning portal. I was just coming from there.
Well, we could probably try to pick him up on the way then.
On the way?
I just said there's a ship waiting for us. They want us to investigate a shipwreck. Do you not ever pay attention?
I'm sorry, I was just dazzled by this beauty before me.
I consider
She
myself more
blushes.
handsome than pretty, so
Anyways, I would rather planning not in the wide open in case any of his groupies are listening in. So we can maybe do that now, or perhaps Penelope, if you did want to come along, we're about to apparently investigate something, and then we plan afterwards.
Sure, I can come, but
I'm going to probably recommend caution because this isn't a day trip. It's likely going to be dangerous.
you say, oh, don't worry about me. I know how to fight.
Well,
You see that she actually has like 2 scimitars at her side, as well as a mandolin on her back.
well, it would definitely be nice to have another set of eyes on this.
I say, well, let me stock up then. And I go into the kitchen and I start like shoveling some muffins and cookies and like sweets and stuff into my bag. And I'm just like sprinkling some like powdered sugar over the bag and stuff like that. And then tasting my finger like with the salt and like, yep, that will do the trick.
I'm not
I'm
sure if
ready.
she's packing lunch or if she's planning to kill someone.
Widget tries to take one.
No. You cannot have that bad ferret.
All right, make a strength check.
Okay.
Strength athletics.
Hold on, I have to switch my character.
Maybe we could give him a code name so we could keep
That's
talking
me.
about him and planning about it.
Yeah, no problem. You snatch it from him, and he looks sad.
I'm like,
He's like,
yeah.
today's been an awful day. Just not going my way today.
Aw. Well, hopefully later today will be better.
Can I have one later if I'm good?
If you're good, yes. If you're good.
All right. He
Okay,
sort of
so-
crawls up to your shoulder.
So I come back into the room and I smell like different spices and sugars and things like that pretty strongly.
Glare sneezes.
So, as I was saying, maybe we give Ulf a code name so we can still plan about what we're going to do, just under a different name, so people don't know that we're actually going after him.
What should we call him?
Loudmouth.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I was talking to Vince.
Oh.
That actually works too.
That's rude, first of all.
No, Vince is awesome. Vince is great.
Exactly. See,
Yeah.
Penelope knows.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, use that if you wish.
All right, Loudmouth. All right, we'll call him Loudmouth on our walks if we come up with any ideas.
Okay.
Well, are we going to find Jeff or just go to...
Yep. He'll be on the way to the tower, I think, right?
We're not going to the tower. We're actually going right down to the docks.
Oh, we're going right there right away. Oh. Well then.
Well, I can go try to find Jeff and catch up with you all then.
Well, if that's what you wish, I would like to inspect. Apparently they have a vessel waiting for us to take us to the shipwreck. So meet us down by the docks when you find him.
Penelope
Sounds
would be
good.
like, "Woo, boat ride, let's go."
Woo, girl, woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
I am immediately regretting my decisions I've made today.
She sort of holds her head up high and marches out the door.
Oh God, Penelope's a woo girl.
Oh yeah, she is.
I was doing the woo girl.
Oh yeah, she is. All right. All right. You all you all leave and begin making your way to the dock ward. Meanwhile, Xena and Widget, you all are going to the yawning portal.
Yeah.
And you arrive at the yawning portal, which is not very far away. Definitely nowhere near as far away as the dock ward. And you see Jeff sort of just at the bar drinking his sorrows away.
So I walk up to him and I'm like, "Hey, loner, want to be a team player for once and come with us?"
I'm always a team player. On my team.
You're an asshole. Come on, let's go down to the dock ward.
You're really convincing. Has anyone told you that?
So what are you wanting me to do down at the docks?
Well, who knows? Maybe there'll be loot that you can steal or do some shady shit to. I don't know. Why don't you
Totally
come
wasn't
along?
paying attention to what we were doing. I got it.
See, you're learning about me, even if you're not trying. Fine. I'm heading to the docks in a little while anyway. I'll tag along. For now.
Okay, so we start going to the docks.
All right.
All right, so Tari has this incredible thing with her mage hand, which is invisible, so he could do lots of different things as long as he's 30 feet within. Let's see. Glare, he could probably make a couple contraptions that could maybe...
Oh,
as long as it doesn't hurt him.
Oh, I've got something here for you, actually.
I will toss you a small sample bag.
Toss?
Like a little...
Toss that bag? Please do not.
It's not that.
I will catch it and I will look inside, and what is this?
It's called sneezing powder.
She
This
said,
could work.
Penelope says, "We could put it in his makeup."
We could. But how are we gonna get there?
Well, there's an area backstage. What if we try to sneak in before the show starts, before anyone's there?
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be high on the list right there. Okay. We'll keep thinking as we keep going.
We might even be able to search his rooms and the rooms of all of his guys and see if we can find anything shady.
Shady.
Oh, do you think he's actually up to something?
I don't know. Probably. He's an asshole. He's gotta have something bad about him.
Sounds good.
Tari to Vince. After you put the sneezing powder in his makeup, put the bag in one of his guys' rooms.
I give him a nod.
Do you think Xena can do anything? Like, she could probably do something. We can ask
Poison
her.
him with ginger.
Oh, we don't need to poison him.
Notice how they all avoid talking about me? They don't want me to help.
You're not there right now.
No, it's just like you didn't even include me in the brainstorming.
You'll probably
you're
poison
like,
him.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You're afraid.
I was talking about Glare and Tari because they're here. But Xena, she could transform into an animal, a little critter maybe, and mess around with him.
Oh, she could like go in his pants and like tickle him or something.
I wouldn't even do that to Xena. That'd be mean.
That's
To
true.
Xena? Okay.
I wouldn't even wish
That's
that
true.
upon my worst enemy. He says.
That's true. That's true. That's gross. That's true. We don't want to make her do that. What if we made that ferret do it? He might be too big. He might be noticed. Yeah,
he apparently has quite the bite. Don't bring it up to Jeff, but his toe got really messed up after making fun of.
Oh my
the
God,
ferret.
he got beat up by the ferret?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Wow.
I'm talking about you, by the way.
That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. I thought he was a strong guy. He looked strong. Wow.
I mean, everyone has their weaknesses, I guess. It's his ferrets.
His ferrets. Wow, I never knew. That's a capable ferret. That must be a really well-trained, obviously, ferret.
I'm assuming we'll eventually get.
Yes, the four of you make it to the dock ward, and eventually you are met. Xena and Jeff and Widget all meet up with you, and now you are all looking at each other. What do you say?
I see you found him.
Begrudgingly, he decided to come along.
And he's not at his desk right now, so I can't ask him if he's aware of what's going on. Perfect.
He went to the bathroom.
Damn it, Jeff. Quit peeing over there in the corner.
So during this expedition, I'm going to be keeping an eye on who is the sneakiest to apply the sneezing powder, by the way. This is a trial. This is a test.
Here's a hint.
Good luck, everyone.
What? Powder? What?
Here's another
I'll
hint,
fill you
it's
in
not
later. It's
Tari.
fine.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm supposed to be getting tea and food.
So
Tea and crumpets there, eh?
anyway,
crumpets.
he did come along begrudgingly.
Well, how much did she tell you?
I mean, she called me an asshole. Does that count?
Honestly, I'm surprised she got that much out. Right. There's a ship that apparently a shipwreck of some kind, and we've been asked to investigate by Blackstaff, so... considering she's asked me to bring a whole bunch of people along, I'm assuming that it's probably not safe.
Oh, Jeff, this is Penelope. I'm not sure if you two officially met yet.
Hi.
Hi, Woo Girl.
Hi, Woo Girl. He said.
She winks at you.
I do not wink back.
Okay.
I look at her. I'm like, don't worry, he's not into girls. That's why.
Oh.
She has fired shots all across the board tonight.
That makes sense.
Batten down the hatches, Captain. We just took a heavy blow.
I look at Zeta and say, yeah, she's into furries.
No, that's definitely them. We just went to
She
that
points
earlier.
at Tari.
Definitely them.
I'm just kind of like, wait, what? You know what?
Wait.
Never mind. I don't want to know. What are we doing? Let's do this.
We're learning a lot about the characters today. Anyway, you see, Glare, the boat that the Blackstaff was talking about. It is right where she sort of described. And when you go, there's a dock worker, and he will say, we've been expecting you. And he sort of leads you onto the boat, and he says, I'm sure you know how to drive one of these, right?
I'm sure I do.
Okay.
Does Claire know how to drive one of those?
Yeah, he does.
What
As
was
an artificer, you can figure it out pretty easily.
Yay.
So you are now Captain
Jack Sparrow.
Captain
You may
Glare.
refer to me as Captain Curious, Glare.
Yes. All right. So you all. So do you guys all board the ship?
Yep.
And the dock worker will say, "I believe you should investigate." He sort of points out on the horizon. It's about a couple of miles that way. You can't miss it. It's a shipwreck. Some sort of creature is there, but we're not sure what it is.
What makes you think they're potentially dangerous?
Well, the ship's a bit different than what we've seen before. So we wanted to send someone capable, and got in touch with the Grey Hands, and so thus they sent you. We didn't want to mess with it.
You said capable.
Yeah, you guys are capable, right? You look capable, I think.
We're very
He's just gonna walk onto the ship.
Yeah, he's just sort of like, oh god, what am I getting into? Like,
my chin is like held up high, and I'm like, yes, we are very capable. Thank you.
Whatever you say. All right, I will just sort of let you all go here, and he begins to like untie the rope that's holding the ship to the dock, and he'll say, "Good luck." And you all set out to sea.
Captain Glare, I will give a salute. What do you think about potentially trying to summon our dragon friend to help us investigate?
He's on the other side. This is like a different.
This is the other side.
Yeah, he's not available for this.
I would like that comment stricken from the record.
Yes, sorry. Not the same area.
Womp womp. He doesn't want us to have a dragon on our team.
Nice try. Nice try.
This was a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So you begin sailing out, and Penelope's like, "All right, Jeff, Xena, do you all have any ideas on how we can get at Ulf? It's gonna be a packed theater. He's gonna be presenting. We can go backstage. Maybe we were thinking going backstage before the show started. You know, maybe like put this. What's the powder? What is it? What is the powder?
Sneezing powder.
Sneezing powder in his makeup or something. Xena, do you got anything? Is there anything you can do?
Well, you already have the sneezing powder.
We have a sneezing powder.
We got it.
Bake it into cookies and shove it down his throat.
I do tell her that I'm sure Widget would love to be a part of this plan.
Widget sticks his head out and he's like, "What'd you say? What am I doing? What are you signing me up for?"
I look at him and I say, "How would you like to cause some chaos and havoc and mischief?"
That's my middle name.
That's a very long middle name.
I said that, you know, I tell her I was like, he's definitely on board with this plan, and I'm sure that he can get very creative with the types of things that he can do to create a distraction.
Well, hold on. Do I get something? What do I get out of this?
Yes, I will bake you a very special ferret cookie.
All right, that sounds good.
Making some
I do turn to Penelope because there's probably doing that ferret talk noise. I'm like, she does this a lot. Don't worry about it.
I look at them and I'm like, yes, he will be on board, and I think that he will be able to come up with a special plan.
But hold up, I have to come up with the plan. You're supposed to come up with the plan. You're the brains of this operation. I'm a ferret.
Shh. I just go, shh.
You tell me what to do.
Okay, well, I'll tell you later. Shh.
Okay. But I still get the cookie.
Yes, you still get the cookie.
Okay. Okay, well, all right, the ferret can help. What if we bake him something? Like we say it's like from the fans. We could bake him like
some special chocolate pie.
Like some chocolate pie, yeah.
I would be careful what you ask her to bake. It's
it could turn lethal.
I mean, we can.
I do not want to hurt him.
Well, is there anything we could put in it, like make him like poop his pants or anything funny, you know? Embarrassing.
I mean, we can literally put shit in the chocolate pie.
Ew.
Wouldn't that smell?
No, not if you put enough sugar in it.
I'm,
Anything with enough sugar.
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm suddenly questioning your ability as a chef.
Hey!
What about Jeff? Jeff, what do you?
Jeff?
He's good at being invisible. He's currently peeing off the side of the ship.
he would.
Jeff, are you peeing off the side of the ship?
Tari's like, did he just finish?
He went to get a drink in the ship.
Oh, okay.
We forgot to break the bottle against the ship. It was a maiden voyage. We forgot, guys.
Yes.
I'm pretty
We
sure
missed an opportunity.
Sailed before. We're just
I'm sailing away.
All right, so Jeff is currently peeing off the side of the ship.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
I'm on a
Yes,
boat.
Tari's on a boat. As you all continue deliberating what's going on here, a spear flies out of the water and is aiming.
Sahagans!
And it's flying at Jeff, who is peeing off the side of the ship.
Oh God!
I need
Oh no!
I need everyone to roll initiative.
You just got killed, by the way. Your
This is
character
why you're not supposed to pee in
permanent.
pools.
They really are attacking them for real.
Ooh, I like it.
Shit.
Don't worry.
Everyone
I will
see
go
that?
after you guys and fix the
The song.
situation you guys get us in.
Guys, look
We
at your
were
cameras
taken
and say hi.
completely by surprise.
What happened?
Roll
Look at your
initiative.
camera and say hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi,
Hi, Mrs. Zell's wife.
Hi,
Hi.
Mrs. Zell's wife. Wave at Mrs. Zell's wife.
What?
Too late, Tech. You're too late. Tech.
Hi, guys!
I forgot I was muted. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Somebody wanted tea and popcorn. It's not my fault.
It is totally your fault.
Okay. Oh.
Tofa says, "Hi, Mrs. Zell's wife."
Oh my god. Look, she's back. She's back.
She's back.
I'm Mrs. Zell's wife.
She is? Oh, she was back.
Hi to you too. They can't see you, but
Oh.
you were saying hi, so.
Please don't hate us.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Need initiative.
Oh my god, see her pointing her finger at him.
Are you gonna add Penelope to this fight, by the way?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Cool.
She just wasn't pre-put on the map because I didn't expect her to be here, but she's here.
Yeah, we didn't expect it either.
Wait, who are we fighting?
You don't see yet.
That's what I first thought.
So a spear. So Jeff, you are currently peeing off the side of the ship, as you would do. Yep. When a spear flies up out of the water.
To hit you in the dick. I'm just kidding.
But you see it coming at you, and
target,
you dodge out of the way, and you zip up your pants. You tie up your pants as you dodge out of the way of this spear, and you're like, "Oh shit!" And then all of a sudden, you see that these creatures have crawled up the side of the ship, and now they're on the deck next to you all. There are 6 of them, and they look kind of like this. Let me show you guys.
I'm sorry, F.
There's 4 of them that look like that.
Whoa, ugly.
They're fucking Murlocs.
Yeah. And 2 of them... Wait, what?
Trying to grab you.
Oh, 2 of them are pretty much look the same, except they look meaner and bigger. But they're going to jump up onto the ship.
Awesome.
Is this Amphibian Day for D&D?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it is. And we'll say they sort of just huzzah. And then huzzah.
I'm in trouble.
Huzzah!
Now they're here. And they're going to fuck all y'all up. Alright.
They're gonna try, you mean?
Yes. First up on the list is Penelope. You watch as Penelope sort of looks around confused. She's like, "What the hell are these things? They look like little fishes." She she will basically pull out that black scimitar that she has and a shield that she's wearing, and you watch as she sort of makes this tone with her voice, like, "Oh," and it resonates with the blade that she has, and it starts to vibrate back and forth, and she's gonna crack one of them with her sword, or try to. And she misses, unfortunately. She actually, no, she doesn't. Jesus Christ, she has a high
bonus.
She has a high. Well, they have a low AC. They have a low AC. That's why. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. So she hits and does. Whoa, hold up. I gotta look this up again. 2d8 plus so 3d8 plus 7. She's strong.
Damn.
She just cracks this thing, and you as she slices into it, this giant loud thunder sound booms, and she straight up kills one of them in one round.
I'm glad we brought her along, by the way. You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, and she says, "See, I told you I could fight." Just kind of nonchalantly.
I yell over there and say, "Vince, it's like a useful version of you."
Whoa.
Rip.
Alright, so one of the ones near Jeff is going to cast a spell. And I'm going to need... Hold on, let me just read this thing again. I'm going to need Jeff and Glare and...
Oh, hitting me from that range, eh?
Yeah, it's with a spell. And Xena, I need the three of you to make charisma saving throws.
Charisma.
Oh boy.
Good thing I have a -1 to that.
I'm not very charismatic. I'm none.
It's a fail.
17.
I like how the most charismatic person might be the only one who... Oh, okay.
Alright, so...
That's how my mat's going right now.
Jeff and Glare, you two are afflicted by Bane.
Oh, shit.
Which means that on any attack roll or saving throw, you must roll a d4 and subtract that number from your attack.
I love that spell, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just going to mark you all with this red dot.
Red dot.
Red dot. Alright,
it's not going to matter when I crit the son of a bitch.
Yes. The next fishy is going to rush up and it's going to try to capture Widget.
Gasp.
It's going to use a net on Widget.
Oh no.
No, don't take it. Oh
no. So you watch as it throws a net onto the ferret over your shoulder, Xena, and it wraps up Widget, and now Widget's like in this tiny net, and he's like, help me, Xena, they got me. And that's what's happening. He's netted. I'm gonna say he got knocked back a little bit. I'm gonna put this net on him.
I'm about to whoop some ass.
Tara, you're up.
Okay, I think right now my short bow is my weapon, or my long bow is. Let me make sure here. It is. Okay. I'm going to step away and take a shot at this guy.
Alright, go ahead.
$11.
That hits. Just barely. That hits. Pew pew. 8 points of damage. These things do not have a lot of armor, though I believe Yeah, they just got their natural armor, so you're easily able to aim and sinks in right into its chest, and it goes. I was a good hit by that. Doesn't like it. All right.
And
Anything else?
I don't have anything else I can do as bonus action at the moment, so yeah, we're good.
Vince, you're up.
F is up.
Oh, Jeff.
Did we ever take a short rest after all that stuff?
Didn't I roll higher than?
Oh,
I haven't gone yet.
Wait. Is it because you rolled twice and I forgot to update you? Because you always roll twice.
I didn't roll twice this time.
Jeff is up next, but then it's Glare and Xena after that. Those two were not put on the board.
No, Jeff, it says 10 on mine. Trevor.
Yeah, that's what I rolled.
Mine's a 9, so I should be
I'm
just
a 9 too.
Vince rolled a 5.
It says you're 13 on mine. All right, well, let me change yours to 5.
That's weird.
Okay, I don't see myself on that list at all, actually.
Oh, you're on it twice. That's weird.
What?
Yeah, no, Vince was on it twice. So next is Jeff. Sorry. So Jeff, you're up. There's one of them. There's one of the big ones right next to
That's
you.
why.
And then
There's a big one right in front of me.
There's a big one right next to you, and then there's a smaller one over to your
I
side.
feel left now.
You said we hadn't taken a short rest since all of our earlier stuff, right?
Well,
I'm
it's
assuming
been
we
a long
did.
rest. It's
Yeah.
you guys have had a long rest, and there was no fighting that went on. So
Oh,
Yeah, because it was overnight.
yeah.
Right.
whoops. Let me fix that. Thanks.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna look at the big guy, and I'm gonna cast Hexblade's Curse on him,
Okay. Let me go ahead and put that on that
and
thing.
then I'm gonna slap the shit out of him with Eldritch Blast.
So he's right up on you. You would have disadvantage if you try.
Oh, that's right. I forget. I totally forget. God, range. I'm gonna hit him with Frostbite instead then.
Okay, that's a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. Let me see if he has anything against that. Hold on.
I'll pour down my
No, he
shirt.
doesn't. So just Constitution saving throw. Oh yeah, he succeeds. You try to get the water that's naturally on him to freeze, but he sort of just shakes off the water really quick, and it's not able to freeze quick enough on him, on his body. And he just sort of looks at you and goes, holding out his spear.
Charming.
Yep. That's it for you. Xena, you're up. So Widget is in a net, and he's struggling on the ground by your feet, like just trying to get out of this net.
I have a question how combat works with my character. So, like, I can take a bonus action. Like, if I want to use, like, Shillelagh, for example, does that take up, like, a bonus action and an action? Or can I, like, do two different things? Or, like, how do I do this?
The Shillelagh is just a bonus action, and you can use it either before your action or after, whenever you want, really.
Well, can I use, like, something else and that?
Yeah, you could Shillelagh and attack, but the thing is, if you try to do something that's also a bonus action...
What? You cut out.
If you try to do something that's also a bonus action, you can't. So you either...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I know.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to... I guess I'm going to kind of do Shillelagh first and then do, like, an unarmed strike after that.
Yes.
Or, yeah.
You can do Shillelagh, hit him with the rolling pin, and then an unarmed strike or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do that.
Alright. So you watch as her rolling pin begins to glow, and she has this anger in her eyes. Someone's about
I'm
ready
like-
to get a beat down.
I make sure, like, there's, like, flour on it, too, when I, like, pull it out. So there's, like, flour, because I had put a bunch of flour and, like, sugar in there in my bag, so when I pull it out, it's, like, dripping with flour or confection and sugar or whatever.
Oh, and actually, you
What?
oh, no. So that, unfortunately, just barely you miss the creature.
I can still do unarmed strike, though, right?
I kind of forgot, because you use Shillelagh as a bonus action.
God damn it, that's why I asked.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and do it, because I was wrong. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike.
Well, I don't understand how to do it, though. That's why I asked.
Yeah. So the first time you activate Shillelagh, it eats up your bonus action, but then it stays on your weapon the rest of the time. So the next time you attack with just the weapon, you could use your bonus action to punch. But since it takes a bonus action just to activate it, the first time you activate it, you can only just use your action to attack.
On your
Okay.
round, you have an action, a move, and a bonus action. Every
Yes. So I forgot that, but go ahead and do your unarmed strike because I told you could, and I messed up.
Do the unarmed strike?
Yeah, because I messed up that time. I told you that you could and messed up your round, so since it's my fault.
Oh shit. I forgot to put 15.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your, that would be a 1d...
1d4 plus 3.
Yep. Kapow! You punch him in the face. You punch him in his fish-like face. And he yells out, Murloc noises. Alright, Curious Glare, you're up. Captain Curious Glare.
Not on my ship.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm going to go. Is this one too far below me for me to strike it with my war pick?
No, you can.
Okay, sweet. I'll take a swing at him.
Alright.
And currently not magical.
Alright. It's not gonna hit anyway, even with the Bane. So you swing and you feel that you're feeling more sluggish than usual due to that spell that's been afflicting you. And you just swing wide as it ducks underneath your war pick.
I hate Bane. And that's only till the end of his next turn, right? Or is that a save ends?
No, it's until...
Oh, it's a concentration, isn't it?
Yeah, it's concentration. Yep. You have to break his concentration. This other fish-like creature is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Rush up to Tari. And
I am one level higher on the deck. Does that count for anything?
Oh.
I don't think you... Oh, no, you are. You're right.
Alright, well, in that case, it's going to try to net you off of that.
Okay.
It's going to throw a net at you. But you dodge out of the way just fine. Doesn't even come close. You see it coming. This other one, however, will rush up to the same level you're at somehow. And it's going to try to hit you with its pincer staff attack. Oh, it has reach too. Oh, wow.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That misses, but then it's going to go in for a bite, which also misses you, Tari. So it's trying to take both of these things are trying to surround you and take you out, but you're dodging out of the way. Oh, that's good to know that they have that ability. Okay, cool.
I hate it when the GMs read.
Yeah. Vince, you're up.
All right, time to shake up this fight a little bit, I say, as I start tapping my feet and start playing my violin. I will go ahead and use Mantle of Inspiration on Ja'ef, Penelope, and Tari, so you can use your reaction to use your movement without provoking attack of opportunity, and you get 5 temporary hit.
Alright. She'll get 5, so she will add that to hers. And
so if you want to get out of that situation, Tari, you can get out of there.
Yeah, so you can use your reaction to move your full speed. Yep, perfect. Alright.
And then I will go ahead and throw an Eldritch Blast on the one that casted Bane.
Alright.
And that will not hit. We got a lot of 10 on.
Yeah, it goes wide, unfortunately. The Ukuotoa on Glare is going to try to stab him with a spear. And I believe that hits 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
It spears you right in the chest for 4 points of piercing damage. You feel it lodge in, and you begin to bleed out of your fur, and you're like, ugh.
Barely felt that one.
At that point, it is Penelope's turn. She will rush up to this one next to you, Vince, and she will do the same thing she did last time. She charges up her blade with this sonic energy and tries to slash at the creature. Let's see how it goes. 20 plus... Yeah, that hits.
Hey.
3d8.
Damn!
Holy shit.
Yeah, she cracks this thing and boom, sonic boom in the middle of the ship as her powerful attack goes into this creature, and then
can we keep
that's
her?
all she'll do for now. Okay, this one is going to rush up to Xena, and it's going to try to get you with its staff. Yep. So, first of all, it tries to get you with this pincer staff. This staff is basically a spear, but then it has like a vice grip around it. And as it hits you, the grip encompasses, like sort of grabs you around the waist, and you are now considered grappled. So you can't move as this thing is on you. You can still attack.
I want it.
Yeah, but you take 3 points of piercing damage, Xena. And then it's going to try to bite you while you're locked in place. But it misses as you dodge out of the way of its teeth. You're like, ah! It's trying to bite you. And then as a bonus action, it's going to... Actually, you can't do that because that's concentration. Never mind.
So I'm stuck?
You are sort of stuck in place. You can still fight, but just you can't move unless you either try to escape or you kill it, basically.
Okay.
Okay. So you're stuck in place. This one here is gonna try and it's gonna pick up Widget, and it's gonna put Widget over its back, and then it's going to try to hit you, Xena.
With Widget.
But you're able to wriggle out of the way of its staff strike, and you're pissed off as now you see it holding Widget over its back. And Tara, you're up.
Do I have line of sight on the one that's holding Widget easily?
If you go up a little bit, are you up on the level or are you on the ladder? I can't tell. We'll say you're up on the level. Yeah, you can see him. It's the same level as you.
I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Alright, this arrow sort of flies all the way across at an arch, and Xena, you sort of look to your right, and this arrow whizzes by and strikes that creature sort of right in the neck-like area, right in the jugular, and it sort of cries out in pain, and it begins to bleed all down its chest. It is considered bloodied, and it still has Widget, though. It's not dead yet. Would you like to do anything else, Tara?
Me?
No,
Sorry.
I'm good.
Oh.
Okay. Jeff, you are up.
Alright, so the one that casts Bane is the one that...
The one that casts Bane is the one that's directly in front of Xena right now. It has her in this grip, in this pincer spear.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so...
It's also the one you cursed, I believe.
Right. This time, I'm going to cast Hex on him.
Okay. Putting all the purple dots on him today. So...
This time you're gonna cast what?
Hex. Hexblade's Curse and Hex are two different abilities, but I can only do one at a time because they're both my bonus action.
Alright.
So now I'm going to actually cast Eldritch Blast.
Alright. Do it up. You have minus D4 on the attack roll here.
Right. But I also get 1d6 on product too. Right? With Hex.
That's the damage. That's the damage roll. So on the attack roll is the minus.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm in the wrong chat. Okay, I was trying to think about it.
Jeff. Yeah, that's gonna hit even without the D4.
Yeah, Bane's not even gonna help that.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll damages. So this is gonna be a lot of damage. It's gonna be your normal damage for Eldritch Blast plus 2 from Hexblade's Curse, plus another D6 from Hex.
So 1d10 plus 4.
And then plus another 2, which is 7, and plus another 1d6.
Plus roll.
So 7 plus. It's gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw. Something.
10. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. And he
With
does.
a natural 1.
He does maintain concentration, however, on the Bane. This crackling beam you shoot out from your sword, a little bit more sluggish than you normally feel, but you're still dead on with the strike. Explodes into this creature's chest, and it gets knocked back a little bit, but it's still holding on to Xena with the spear. And you see as this necrotic energy begins to pulse throughout its chest. Which ability score would you like to hex, by the way? You can pick like strength, dexterity, wisdom, and it'll have disadvantage on that.
Constitution.
It's not going to work because it's on checks, not saving throws.
Oh, okay.
But good idea.
So you could do strength, for example, since it's holding on to Xena.
Yeah, let's do strength.
Okay.
Because that'll help you actually break loose when you try to do it,
Yeah. And now, Xena, you're up. So you could use your action, Xena, to try to wriggle out of here with acrobatics, but that would take your whole action.
But I can just fight him.
You could you could just beat his ass in front of him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
There's also the one right next to you that has widget as well.
I can still hit the one that has widget.
Yeah, it's right next to you.
Okay, then I'll hit that one.
Okay.
With the shillelagh first.
Okay.
And then just to be sure, I could use the unarmed strike after I use shillelagh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
14.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 plus. Oh, I messed up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, damn. So that's 6 plus. That's supposed to be a 3? No,
I don't know.
It's just 6 plus 3.
Okay.
You kill it.
I like the 34 better.
Yeah. You bonk it over the head and you just cave its skull in. And it dies and flops to the ground. And as it does so, Widget is still in the net, but he's now on the ground, sort of wriggling and wrestling on near your feet. He's like really upset.
So as a bonus action, can I hit the other one with unarmed strike?
Yes.
Okay. 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d4 plus 6.
You punch it right in the chest. Kapow! You sort of feel this squishy impact as you strike its weirdly slippery skin. And the Bane drops on Jeff and Glare.
Oh, good.
You are no longer baned. Glare, you're up.
I am going to hit this son of a bitch in front of me with my pickaxe this time, I hope.
Do it up. Nope. You miss, unfortunately.
We just like our 10s.
As it ducks and sort of goes.
You know what pisses me off? Its AC is 11, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I gave
no,
my
it's 13.
So...
Sorry, it's 13.
Oh,
the big
okay,
ones are 11. The big ones are 11. Those are 13.
Okay, never mind then. Well, I'm just gonna stare angrily at it for this rest of this.
This thing does not like Penelope being in front of it, but it's scared of Penelope, and it's just going to try to use its. First of all, it's going to cast Shield of Faith on itself, which is going to boost its AC up to a bit higher, and then it's going to use its spear on Vince because it has reach. But Vince, you're able to duck and dodge out of the way, and then it's going to try to bite Penelope with its second attack. But Penelope, it just sort of tries to bite her, but it gets stuck on her chainmail that she has underneath her clothes.
She has chainmail too?
Well, you can't tell what it is. It's underneath her clothes, but some kind of armor. It isn't able to get through. Vince, you're up.
Run up, and I will try to stab him with my rapier.
Yay.
Slash my violin bow. 13.
That hits.
Hey! 8 points of damage.
Alright, and it needs to make a concentration check to see if it can withstand. It does. So it's able to maintain concentration on Shield of Faith. But yeah, you stab it, and purple blood pours out. It is considered bloodied at this point. This other one will attack you, Glare, with its spear. 15 does not hit, correct?
Nope.
Alright, so it just plinks off your shield with the spear.
This is the most boring fight that's ever been seen.
I know.
Cat versus fish.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yeah, everyone's missing each other. Alright, Penelope is gonna try to strike again. Yeah, oh yeah, that hits. 3d8 plus 7.
Jesus H. Christ.
Alright, she strikes it with her booming blade. And that creature's looking really weary now. It's like panting heavily. It's like, alright, the one in front of you, Xena, is gonna try to attack you.
Okay.
No, first one misses, and then it's gonna try to bite you, and oh my god, it misses again. These things are rolling really low. So you duck and weave out of the way.
It's our turn tonight, Perry.
Yeah, Tari's up. Yeah, everything's missing.
I'm gonna take a shot at this one.
Go ahead. I rolled a 4 and a 1. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, cutting out a lot, Harry.
Oh, let me.
Oh, everyone's turning the robot to me.
Oh god. Oh god.
Okay.
Okay.
I missed.
Fire. Everyone good? All
I think so.
All right,
Yeah.
I
cleared up.
rejoined.
right.
I think
all
it cleared
Am I
up.
good?
All right,
I think we're good
Tari.
now, yeah.
Yeah, Tari, that hits. Go ahead and roll
Oh,
damage.
it does?
Yep.
They have low AC.
All right. Plink sinks into it. It's still alive, but just barely at this point. As your arrow seeps into its chest, and more of this purple blood begins to flow down its chest. Do you want to move or anything?
Nope. Good where I'm at.
Jeff, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing again, basically, except without the hex. I'm gonna cast it on this dude
All right.
that's right in front of Penelope. Or no, I'm sorry, the one that's in front of Xena. God,
Yep.
I'm backwards. But yeah, so, same thing.
Eldritch Blast.
Bam! Except I'm not banging this time. Okay.
Misses widely this time. As the crackling beam of force from your blade, the slash sort of cuts and actually slashes through a portion of the side of the ship. Some splinters
That's my
fall
second
off.
that one tonight.
Stop blowing holes in my ship!
I mean, it's
What the hell's
fair.
it called?
I crit twice last game, so.
Yeah, I
Alright.
did.
Xena, you're up.
Okay. The one still in front of me, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do the shillelagh and I'm strike thing again.
Alright, do it.
I'll have it miss.
That's a miss, unfortunately, as you
And
sort
then
of ducks out of the way.
24 for unarmed strike.
Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
Alright, 4 points of damage. Kapow! You punch it right in the chest. It does not seem happy with you. It goes into your face, and its teeth sort of spittles out into your face. It's gross.
Ew.
Glare, you're up.
Well, let's take another swing with the pickaxe! I don't have much else to do right now.
Everyone's missing. Oh my god, Glare! You poor cat. Glare misses yet again as it ducks underneath.
Glaring angrily.
Alright, this thing is gonna throw a net at Jeff. But it misses with a one, another nat 1.
God damn.
Oh my god. Alright, this one is gonna try to attack Vince.
Welcome to the greased up theater.
Oh,
where we
finally,
cannot
I get a
let
20.
fucking hit. Oh.
Alright. Vince, this one spears you right in the chest. And you are grappled now. As the spear sort of clamps around you, much the same way that it has Xena, and you take 9 points of piercing damage. And are grappled. And then it tries to bite you, but you sort of dodge out of the way as it tries to go for your neck, and you just move your head out of the way. It is now your turn.
I will try to stab it.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope, it just misses as it sort of dodges out of the way. Everyone's missing. Oh my god. Alright, if this misses, I'm gonna be losing my shit. But it's gonna try to spear you. Oh my god, it misses. It's a 10. Like everything else in this fight. Yeah, so it tries to spear you, Glare, but you block it with your shield. As this back and forth continues.
I think we're just fighting on banana peels at this point, and just.
Oh
I'm not good on this boat. It keeps rocking. That's my excuse.
I look over to Penelope. I got it distracted. Finish it off.
Yeah, Penelope's just gonna do the same thing. She's like, "Oh, this is getting tiring."
I'm glad we brought her along.
I know. That hits. He's dead. He's dead.
Jesus Christ.
He explodes, and it's like a shower of sashimi in here that just rains down as he.
You guys do realize she's killed 3 of the fuckers.
I know. And then
You guys are welcome.
she moves up to the next one. The one on Xena is gonna continue trying to kill Xena.
She's the only one that's killed anything.
I haven't even landed a single hit.
Oh shit, just the first one. So Xena, this creature in front of you tries to attack you, but you're dodging and weaving out of the way still in this strange, bizarre fight where no one's able to hit each other. And Tari, you're up. It's so weird. Dice.
Alright, I'm gonna try to shoot the one on Xena.
Alright, go ahead.
Help her out a little bit.
Yeah, no, the one that's on me, and we're just having
That
a
hits.
slap fight, so don't worry about us.
You know where the phone is? Oh,
Hit
yeah.
it for 3.
Alright, Plink. 3 points of damage, and you're gonna make a con save to see if it maintains Shield of Faith, which it does. Jeff, you're up. Is this an Eldritch Blast type scenario again?
Hell yeah, same thing, same guy. I'm gonna kill this bastard. I swear I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill him. I swear I'm gonna kill him.
God damn.
I swear to God, if I get another nat 1. Yeah!
That hits. Go and roll damage.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Alright.
Plus
Plus
2.
2, that's 8. Plus another
And then-
d6.
Yeah.
Warlock power. 11 points of damage as this thing crackles through him and begins to decay its skin. It is now bleeding profusely from its fishy scales. Xena, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Alright, do it.
You're on the phone.
I'm gonna look free phone. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, miss again.
Yeah, you do.
I
Unfortunately.
don't strike. I miss on that too.
Oh my god, everyone's
Wow.
missing. Glare, you're up.
At this point, I think I'm just serving as a distraction till Penelope gets over here.
Oh my god.
I'm back.
Oh my god. Alright, so you miss completely again as the stalemate continues. This one is gonna try to...
Sarah just leaves the table.
I know. Oh, does he really? Oh, I'm sorry. It's gonna try to net Jeff again. Finally, the net crits, which doesn't matter. So, Jeff, you are netted. And you are considered restrained right now, as the net has you struggling against it.
I'm okay.
Ha! Joke's on you, Fishman. I don't have to move.
Yeah, then 0. Well, you have disadvantage on your attack rolls now. Because you're restrained.
It's okay. I'm gonna just roll 23.
Alright, I will go ahead and... Use an Eldritch Blast on the little fish.
Do it.
Someone come over here and kill this one, please.
Hey!
Hey, there you go.
Hey!
This time, Vince with the powerful Eldritch Blast cracks through it, and Penelope's like, "Woo! Go, Vince!"
I give it a wink.
Yeah.
And that'll be it for me.
All right. And all right, that's your turn. This one is going to try to attack Glare yet again.
Let's see.
Please, God, hit. Thank you. All right, Glare, you take 7 points of piercing damage as this thing that you've been 1v1ing for the last 20 million rounds spears you in the chest. Penelope at this point is getting really sick of this fight. She's gonna be
she
like,
is she?
She's gonna be like, okay. She's gonna back up and
blow up the ship.
and she's gonna eat this attack of opportunity from this creature, which tries to hit her, and it crits her. But she doesn't seem to mind that much. As she sort of just takes it in the shoulder, and she's like, these things are so annoying. And then she's gonna be like, all right, my turn. And then she's gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Hey!
Does everyone know Eldritch Blast?
Oh, I've been messing up her attack rolls. Hold on, haven't I?
Oh, damn. Plus 11?
Yeah, she's strong.
What?
You guys brought the right character. Alright, she's gonna fire 3 beams. One of them at the one in front of her, and then 2 at the one on Xena. Well, actually, it depends on if it kills this one in front of her. Yeah, it's gonna kill the one in front of her, and then 2 beams of force, crackling purple, are gonna fire at the other one.
You guys realize you did 3 Eldritch Blasts, right?
Yeah, I did realize that.
Okay, just so everyone knows.
Note to self: don't fucking piss Penelope off.
Yeah. So 3 beams fire, boom, 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 striking into each other, and this guy needs to make 2 Constitution saving throws, since he got hit by 2 beams. He fails, so he loses his Shield of Faith. As he's struck in the chest twice by the 2 crackling beams of force. Now he's still alive, and he's gonna attack Xena with the spear and the bite, which both miss, obviously. And Tara, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot the one on Xena.
Alright. Good God. This was meant to be a hard fight. But now it's just like a stalemate while Penelope kills everything. Alright.
Yeah, I think I missed.
Tara, you missed. I'm kind of glad she's here, 'cause
Finally.
this would have taken forever otherwise.
We might have died if she wasn't here.
I know.
Right?
Jeff, you're up. So Jeff, you're currently restrained by this net. So you have disadvantage on your attack rolls, or you could choose to try to break out, or you could try to cut through it. But you'd have disadvantage trying to cut through it too. So.
What kind of a roll would I have to make to get out of it?
Strength.
The thing you don't have.
Nah, I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast again.
All right, so you have disadvantage. So roll
I
2d20.
It'd still be easier that way.
Yeah.
Copy this.
Aww.
Miss as it goes wide. You're like
Thanks,
struggling with the
disadvantage.
net. You can barely cut through it. You're like, God damn it, stupid
Those
net.
who are watching, by the way, thank you for sticking with us this
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, sorry. Xena, you're up.
I'm gonna
Worst
try again.
fight ever.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, dang.
Never seen such bad rolls across the... Thank
22!
God. All right, go ahead and hit it.
1d8 plus 3. Okay.
Wasn't supposed to be that hard, you guys.
6.
All right, you hit it for 6 points of damage. Crack, kapow.
And then unarmed strike, 25 to hit.
Oh, that's a crit. So 2d4 plus 3.
Okay.
Damn.
9.
How do you want to kill it?
I want to crack it across the face, like uppercut it, and like blood spews out of its face as I like crack it across its jaw.
Yes. You uppercut it, the rolling pin, and then crack it across its jaw with your fist, and its entire fish skeleton flies out onto the floor,
Jesus
and purple
Christ.
blood spews everywhere, and it dies.
Fish skeleton and a puddle of blood.
And she roars, and you are no longer grappled, obviously, by the creature.
God, Jesus.
Widget is still in the net, and he's given up at this point. He's just sort of on his belly, crying.
Just like, whatever.
Yeah, he glares up.
Alright, I'm getting
Alright.
second wind.
Come on, Glare.
I believe in you, Glare. You have to hit once. You have to hit once this fight.
Glare is going to throw his pickaxe on the ground, claw at this goddamn fish.
Okay.
What?
Do it.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have a dice roll for that. Hang on, I didn't set that up.
Oh,
It is my... Hang on, I got it here. Unarmed strike, so... +4. Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
Thanks for watching, Tofa.
Oh, is she gone?
Bye, Tofa.
Bye, Tofa.
Or they're not.
Bye.
Alright, you hit this time, finally. Now that you've thrown down your war pick. You're like, fuck this thing. You just claw it.
Try and get proper footing on this damn boat.
So I get a D4 +2 for my attack.
Yes.
Because of my claws. Damn.
Alright, you slash right into this thing. The thing is surprised that you've given up your weapon. Wasn't expecting that, and you just make it bleed badly with that strike. Vince, you're up.
I'll run over here and do like a really long strum of my violin as I cast Eldritch Blast on that creature.
Okay. Goes
Nope.
wide.
Note to self, do not run and play at the same time.
It's this damn boat, I swear.
At this point, Penelope's like, "Oh, I've had enough," and she's just gonna rush up to it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, she's just able to make it, and she's gonna try to hit it with Booming Blade. Yeah, that hits. It's probably dead. Can't imagine it lives through this. Oh my goodness gracious. Glare, this fish explodes in your face as this thunder damage just echoes out, and you have to cover your ears, it's so loud. And the fish guts and everything spew all over you. And that's it, the fight's over. Congratulations.
Thanks.
By now you've lapped the place you were going 3 times. Trying to get rid of this thing. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you all are now done. The creatures have been defeated. Jeff, you eventually make your way out of the net, and what do you all do? You think your target off in the horizon, but what do you do before you get there?
If Xena is not going to help ferret out of the net, I will do that.
I will. I will help you.
How long does this temporary health last?
Indefinitely. It doesn't have a time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really? Jesus.
All right. So you help poor Widget, out of the net, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, Toots. Oh, I was dying in there. I tried so hard to escape. It was terrible. Thank you."
Aww.
He'll sort of hug your ankle, I guess, or leg.
Leg.
Yeah.
Well, that was irritating. Why did they suddenly attack us?
I'm unsure, but thank you, Penelope, for all your hard work in that fight. That was different.
She's like, "Oh, gee, it wasn't that bad, you know. There's just so many of them, and I don't know why they even came here. I'm sure you guys could have handled it without me."
Could I examine the corpses for anything on them?
Oh yeah, you can. Hold on. Let me tell you if there's anything useful.
Yeah.
Spoiler. No, we don't.
Hey, I might take
we don't need to do that.
I might take a look at those spheres.
No.
No,
damn it. All right. They just have some shields, 4 shields, and spears, and they all have nets. So there's 4 nets, 4 spears, and there's those pincer staffs. There's 2 of those pincer staffs.
Could I look at those?
Yes.
Jeff, do you have a shield yet, by the way? I can't remember.
No, I gave it up for my shit. What's it called? Armor Bagathist. Oh wait, never mind. I do have shield. Shit.
No, do you have like a
He has
regular shield?
Oh, I don't know.
Because as a Hexblade Warlock, I believe you're proficient with shields if you do want to grab one of these.
Why not?
All right,
I don't have one.
It's covered in like fish guts.
He'll use presentation if he doesn't do it himself.
Yeah, totally already did that.
Yeah.
That'll buff right out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Inventory.
Yeah, so you grab the staff. It's a 1d6 weapon that can be used with either dexterity or strength, Claire. And when you hit with it,
That's a D6, you said?
Yeah, 1d6. It can grapple and it has reach. I'll make a proper weapon for it later.
Glaire's gonna fiddle around with that.
I was gonna say, might as well take the other one just in case.
Intriguing.
So you have both of those.
Oh, shit. Wow.
We'll also say that among them they had a total of 50 gold. So just in their pouches and stuff they've collected.
I mean, I'm gonna give my share to Penelope, honestly.
And one of them has a pearl.
So that's what, like 8 gold each?
And the pearl is worth... What is a pearl worth? Is it 60G?
Depends. It could be up to 100, I believe.
Yeah,
because
you're not sure. Yeah, you'd have to identify it.
Well, I happen to know someone who has...
Penelope will turn down the gold, so you each get 10 gold.
Aww.
She says, "Oh, don't worry about me, guys. I'm well compensated already."
Can we keep her?
She says, "No, I have a different team, but they're not here right now."
I joined the team.
She just smiles. All right. So as the boat begins to approach the wreckage, you see what appears to be. Actually, everyone make a perception check for me as you approach that wreckage.
Here we go with everyone.
Jeff's specialties.
Yes.
Don't worry, I've been rolling like shit tonight.
Ability check.
All right.
Wrong one.
Everyone but Jeff sees.
Nah, Vince will blow. It's okay.
Everyone but Jeff and Vince see on the wreckage what appears to be some sort of lump, like a giant gray lump laying on the wreckage.
Oh God.
And it's very large. Like it looks like a creature. You'd have to get a bit closer to fully make out the features. But it looks humanoid. It's just large.
It's Cthulhu, guys. Let's get the fuck out of here.
And it's like it's just laying on some wreckage, and it looks like it needs help. It's like out there, just sort of on this piece of wreckage.
Okay, let's go rescue Cthulhu.
I mean, maybe he'll give us some cool toys.
It's not like crazy large, but you'd guess about 10 feet long.
Maybe it's a giant.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Healing Word on myself because I need
Alright.
some hit points.
All right.
I get 4 hit points. Cool.
Shall we move in closer to see what that is?
Yes.
All right, I will steer the ship.
All right, you steer the ship closer, and when you look overboard, you see what appears to be a large hippo man wearing blue clothing, about 10 feet tall. And he's laying on his back with his big belly up in the air, sort of softly breathing in and out. But he seems to be in trouble. And you've never seen a hippo creature before, but he's wearing clothes like a person, but they're just tattered as if this, shipwreck sort of, crashed while he was on it, and he's been hurt.
I guess Galer will call out, "Ahoy there!"
You see an ear, a hippo ear, flicker, and he sort of looks up, try to see over his belly, and he says, "Oh, hello there! I haven't seen anyone out here in days."
Guys, he's British.
Oh my god, it's a posh hippo.
He sort of stands up and tries to balance on the platform. He's like, "Would it be all right if I boarded? I have several questions." "And what?"
I guess.
As long as we ask questions in return.
"I need aid."
You're not gonna sink our boat too, are you?
"I'm a refugee." No, I would never do such a thing. I'm honorable. The name's Commodore Munt. Warrington Munt.
Can I roll an insight on this guy?
I'm a gift.
He's a Commodore.
Yeah,
Commodore
go
64.
Yeah, go ahead, make an insight check. What are you inciting?
Why would you do that?
Like, if he seems to be hostile in any way.
Oh, okay.
I would like to assist him and give him advantage.
Oh, okay. You get advantage. Actually, that doesn't work that way. Both of you make insight checks.
Oh, okay.
Separately.
Well,
Blair, you don't know. He's hard to read. He's a large hippo man that you've never seen before, and you are bewildered. Tari, you don't sense any. You don't sense any willingness to harm you, and he doesn't appear to be armed right now. From your view.
What do you think?
Seems okay.
Oh, and if you guys want a picture,
Oh, dude.
Oh no.
hold on.
Yes, please.
Where's he at? Hold up. This is special. All right, here you go. This is what it looks like.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my god. This guy right
is
here.
my new favorite
May I please come aboard? It's been a bit of a day out here. Several birds have pecked on my head, and it's been terrible and what?
Alright.
I guess I'll pull the ship alongside, and
This guy.
so we can board his, or he can board ours, I guess.
Oh,
Sir, say good day, sir. Sir,
thank you very much. I'll be up there in a jiffy.
good day.
And he'll sort of climb up aboard, and he's like quite heavy, being a 10-foot tall hippo man. And he sort of dusts off this broken monocle, and he's like, "Oh shit, it's broken. Today has been dreadful."
He's not that much bigger than me.
How broken is it?
Just the glass is kind of sort of cracked, and a piece of it's out. You could fix it with mending if you wanted to.
I do.
All right, so you will fix it, and he's like, "Oh, well, thank you very much, young lady. Pleasure to meet you. Don't see Kalistar around these parts very often."
I said good day, sir.
Ari's gonna take a step back and then ask him if he thinks
I give a look as like, how did he know? Like,
"Thank you for rescuing me. You see, we were tracking a mind flare ship through the Horizon Nebula when an explosion happened, and I found myself here.
Did you
This
say
strange
mind
land.
flare?
Yes, we were hunting them,
How
causing
long-
trouble throughout the galaxy. Where are we now? What is this place?"
Did you just say galaxy?
He did.
Galaxy.
Ari's going to ask him if he's injured.
I am injured. Yes, I Have a few scratches and bruises, nothing I've never dealt with before. Ha! And what?
Topha's gonna be pissed she missed this character.
Tari is actually going to heal him.
Okay, how much will you heal?
We're not far from Waterdeep, if that means anything.
Waterdeep? What is this place called? What is this? I've never heard of this Waterdeep before.
I look to the rest of the
Must
group.
be some sort of planet. What do you call this place?
Planet?
Do we actually have a name for a planet?
Something tells me that he found the mind flayers he was chasing.
What's the technology level that we're at here?
Well, we're pretty advanced. I mean, we've got...
Have guns been invented?
What's a gun?
It's like it's a device that propels a projectile through a barrel using smoke powder.
So it's similar to a firearm, then?
Yes.
Well, then... Yes, recently.
Very good, very good. We have at least a somewhat civilized era. That's nice to know. Very well.
Would the sword coast mean anything to you? Because that's about the only other thing I could think of for... Is that what you call, like, continents is galaxies?
The who's a what? The sword.
It's what?
What?
I mean, we're off the sword coast.
Oh. That does not mean anything to me. Let us go find the smoke powder. Onwards.
So...
Whoa.
he gets healed for 7, and Tari's going to ask him how he knows what she is.
Oh, I've met many of your kind before, not here. Different worlds and such. Hello?
Hello!
Yes.
But how were you able to easily identify me? I look no different than anyone else.
Oh, it's easy to tell. It's your ears. Ears always give it away.
What?
I thought it was usually eyes that give it away.
What?
Huh?
What? Anyway, smoke powder. Where can we procure some smoke powder?
So this shipwreck that we just pulled you off of, is that yours?
I believe it's part of my ship. Honestly, I'm not sure what happened. I had a crew. I hope my men are all right, but they should be able to survive without me. I've trained them well.
I raise my hand in the background, and I'm like, mind flayers, dimensional beings, probably what happened.
Is there anything in it? Point to the ship.
It is completely destroyed. Like, it's like just a metal floating thing, and the rest of it's like nowhere to be seen, as it's probably sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, I was gonna use a potion of water breathing to retrieve anything that he might have put down, had in there.
Yeah, we still have those, don't we?
Yes, we do.
You could try and search down there.
If you're talking about fire sands, I might be able to make some, but...
I would like to search down there if I can.
Okay.
And as Jeff was saying, we actually had an encounter with a mind flare ourselves. It wouldn't be...
Also going to recruit
Maybe
Claire.
it's...
Alright,
Fate's
fine.
What were you saying, Vince? Sorry.
I think, as Jeff was saying, that if a mind flare was involved, we actually ran across one ourselves not too long ago.
You all have mind flares here?
Unfortunately.
I guess I'll dive in with Tari.
Well, that's... Oh, where are they going? Into the depths? Hey, that's not safe down there. I saw a shark. No, don't go down there. What? Get back here.
It'll be fine. It's fine.
All right. So you all dive down there. Use your potions of water breathing. Is it Tari and Glare?
Yes.
Okay. Two of you dive in. You're breathing just fine. You look down. It's really deep. It's like, I mean, you're far out into the ocean now. Make perception checks to see if you can find anything. These are pretty high DC here.
I am currently experiencing some computer problems, so let's just...
You want me to do it for you?
Yeah, if you would.
Okay. Perception. Why did that not work? What? What in Sam hell?
It worked on my.
Oh, there it goes. No, that worked. Okay, 21. That's pretty good. So, Glare, you see just the light sort of just barely strike something far below, but you think it's so far down that it would be dangerous to go down there without some sort of something protecting
Without
you.
some sort of dragon friend?
Or like a submarine, not that you know what that is, but it would take some sort of...
We'd need some sort of submersible to go much deeper.
Because you know, like, with your intelligence and stuff, that water pressure
is bad.
Yeah. So...
Couldn't I turn into like a jellyfish or some shit?
You could.
Or a shark.
Or shark.
Can she do a swimming speed yet? I can't remember.
Oh, no, she cannot. She cannot do a swimming speed yet.
What's that mean?
You have to be a certain level of druid in order to get the swim speed.
I think it's 4?
Yeah.
But I can swim or no? Not at all.
You could swim you can't shapeshift into something that can swim.
Oh, okay.
Just yet.
I knew I couldn't do anything flying.
Yeah, swimming too, but you can get swimming a little bit before flying.
Oh, okay.
So Tara's gonna look at Glare, go back up.
Not much we can do at this point. We'd need some help.
All right, so we go back up and reboard the ship.
Did you see the shark down there? Be very careful.
What?
He had a hunger in his eyes.
No shark, just saw the rest of your ship way down there.
Oh, that's
Too deep
good.
for us to reach on our own. We'd probably need to employ some magic.
Yes. But before that, we need to get back to civilization. I am quite famished. And what? Do they serve ale?
Do you have Tourette's?
Not only do we serve ale, we actually have an establishment of our own, and we can provide some.
What are your names, if you don't mind me asking? I'm Warrington Munt. Pleasure.
I have a bow. The name is Vince. Very nice to meet you.
Oh, very well. Nice to meet you.
Curious Glare. I'm a tabaxi.
Ah, very Catman. Very nice.
Sure.
How about you, Kalistar?
Tara will give her full name.
Oh, beautiful
and
name.
Ask him not to reveal to anyone else what she is.
Oh, why is that?
Know what a Kalistar is at all?
No. I thought you told us, technically, didn't you?
Yes, but I don't want him saying it when we're in front of other people.
Oh, is it some sort of secret? Around
people
here?
would kill to have me in their employ, or to dissect me, rather.
Oh, I would never put you in danger, my dear. My lips are sealed. You have my honor. A gift's honor is never broken. And what?
Gareth, where do you hail?
And what?
And what?
So where exactly are you from?
You wouldn't know the planet. It's in a different...
Planet?
Yes. Somewhere else in the multiverse, you know.
Which plane is that on?
What? Have you ever heard of Eberron?
I don't think Glare would have heard of that.
No. Well, maybe someday. I'm sure someone has books around here. Someone important.
We have lots of books, but I'm not familiar with that plane of existence.
Well, someone has to be.
I looked at Glare, potentially the Black Staff.
I would say that's probably a good idea. If we're dealing with an interplanar being, they'd probably have the most information.
Tari's gonna give the Commodore some rations from her pack.
He will gobble them up.
While we sail back. Glare, let's get back to Blackstone.
These are pretty good. What's in this?
I'm surprised the chef didn't offer him food.
We have a chef? What?
Looks at Xena.
Hi there, Mr. Cow.
Oh, hello there. I am a gift. What is a cow? Oh, what's that little furry friend of yours?
It's a toy, and
What?
only I can play with it. It's a wind-up toy.
Xena, I'm pretty sure he's a fairly intelligent being,
Oh, I can tell.
Is she daft? Is
The
something
jury's
wrong with her?
The
What?
jury's
Sorry.
still out on that one.
Tari holds up her fingers. Just.
I am trained in a little bit of first aid, but I am no doctor.
I don't think you can fix her.
We would need to take her to a proper establishment. And what?
All right, Tari looks at the Commodore. She may need a lobotomy. I'm not sure.
Hey!
Oh, serious business that is. Very well then, we should be off.
Indeed.
We need to procure the smoke powder. The sooner I get a musket, the better I'll feel.
Why do you
Blair's
need...
gonna lean over to Penelope.
Have you ever heard of anything like him?
Beats me. I don't know what he's talking about. I like him though. He seems like a lot of fun.
Why am I here again?
Glaire's gonna start steering the ship back towards shore.
Tari's like, Glare, Doc, now.
I need some ale.
Oh, thank you so much for rescuing me. It's been awful, I tell you. Out here in the ocean. Had to survive off fish.
How exactly did your boat crash, anyways?
That's what I don't remember. All I remember last was an explosion. And then I found myself here. But I was on my ship when it happened.
I lean over to Jeff, so it's possible that all these things he's spurring about is all made up.
What?
He's a giant hippo. I don't think he's making it up.
I'm not making any of this up. My mental faculties are still quite strong. I guarantee you that, sir. And what?
Glaire's gonna speak in Elvish. It would appear that
he has excellent hearing as well, by the way, Vince.
Of course. Gif have excellent hearing.
And he speaks Elvish.
Wait, did you really speak Elvish?
yes, Glaire knows Elvish.
Oh shit, I don't know if he knows Elvish. Hold on. I'm gonna say for now that he doesn't know Elvish. What are you saying? There need to be no secrets here.
Telling him to mind his manners.
So, Tari's actually going to verbally speak to him.
Oh, okay.
But it's going to be in that language.
Did you... Oh.
Which I'm pretty sure no one else speaks.
Okay.
Which language?
Alright. He will... and what are you saying specifically? Do you want to message me what you're saying, or do you want to tell me straight up?
I'll just... She's going to inquire about her people. That's in case anybody else wants to know what.
He will
No,
respond... he will respond, do you want me to tell you this out in the open right now?
Let's go in on the other side of the ship.
Very well. Onwards. Lead the way. And what?
And on the way back, I'm assuming we'll have a short rest worth of thing. I'll use my Song of Rest if people do need to recover.
Alright.
I'm missing 5 health. Out of curiosity, are they both speaking in the Kiori language then?
Is that what we're doing?
Yes,
Okay.
we're communicating verbally in that language.
Alright. He will say, alright, listen here, Tim Tam. The way that your race works is you all are psychic beings who are quite mentally resilient, if you will, and you have strong ties to your ancestors and other warriors in your heritage. You're considered very powerful warriors and have an affinity for psionics.
Glaire's trying to read his lips, but he just can't understand the language, damn it.
Have they discovered psionics here?
Besides mind flayers? Not to my knowledge.
Yes, just like mind flayers. But, of course, your people are not evil. However, they are hunted by mind flayers. Your brains and such are like delicacies for them. I would stay away from them if I were you. They'll eat your brain. And what?
Hopefully we won't have any more encounters. And then she describes the encounter that the party had.
Oh,
That was
yes.
like days ago.
Terrible creatures. Terrible. Intellect devourers. They got your friend, did they?
Yeah, she seems better, though.
Oh, maybe that's why she's like that. She requires medical attention at once.
Oh my.
You there, Zumba! Zumba! We need to get you to a doctor.
I literally like hide behind glare.
You run all the way across the field to glare.
Yeah, the other side. Who's next to me?
Vince.
Vince?
Oh, then I hide behind Vince.
Okay, and Widget will hide behind you. He's like, hey, Toots, what's up with that guy? He's fucking weird.
I don't know, but he's about to commit us to an insane asylum, and I'm scared.
He's really large. I don't know about this guy.
Is there anything else you can tell me? I have been having these strange dreams lately.
Oh, yes, the Kalishtar are known for having dreams with their other self or someone that they're connected to in some way.
Other self?
Whoever you're dreaming of is either in some way connected to you, your ancestor, or someone important to your people somehow. Perhaps a distant relative.
So we know they're a person.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Pulls out another set of rations out of her bag and hands it to him.
Nom, 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 nom.
Eating him treats. Oh god, she's got a pet now.
These are delicious. All right, you all begin. You all continue making your way back to the shore, and you do make your way to the dock, and you pull up. The dock worker is still there, and he will help you sort of get the ship.
I imagine Glare would be questioning him the whole time, just kind of out of pure curiosity, trying to figure out like where he's from and what anything like, especially about firearms. Now he's kind of curious about that too.
Well, you see, my good man, there are many different levels of firearms, but at the current technological advancement of this planet, you say smoke powder has just been discovered. I would say we could make some rudimentary weaponry, but things like blasters and whatnot are still a ways away from this planet's technology.
Excuse me, what? Blasters, you say? What?
Yeah, you know.
What exactly goes to the construction of these weapons?
I don't know. I'm a fighter. See?
Shame.
I'm quite versed in fisticuffs.
I imagine you probably are.
And other martial arts.
Shame.
What about good with a rifle?
What about more versatile weapons? Is there anything you'd be more familiar with that we might not have discovered yet? Any kind of melee weapon of sorts?
You're not getting a lightsaber, Glare.
I don't know.
There are energy weapons used for melee combat, but those are quite difficult to build, and I'm not sure we'd have the proper resources to do it.
If you knew the materials, I'm sure I could fabricate something.
I don't. I'm a military man, you see. I'm no brainiac.
I don't suppose any of your
I'm no nerd.
Survived.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
Are you hard of hearing, sir?
Do you also require medical attention, Catman?
I think so, because my hearing seems to be going. I thought you called me a nerd.
Oh my god.
No, I called you Catman.
Catman? Like
Catman.
Batman, only Catman.
That's right, Zumba.
What?
Sure thing, hippogriff.
What? My name's Warrington.
Okay, so we're going to disembark from the ship now.
What's his name? He hasn't said anything the whole time. What's his name?
And we fucking remove ourselves.
His name is Shady.
Shady?
His name is Shady Bookers.
Nice to meet you, large hippo man, who I don't really care to know any better than I already do.
Very well then, rude man. Onwards! He will disembark, and the dock worker is like, his eyes are wide as he sees this 10-foot tall hippo man creak down the wooden ramp onto the wooden dock, and he's like, What the hell is that?
Tari's gonna push a gold coin into his hand and go, say nothing.
He'll just
to anyone.
He'll just
Even
nod.
though we're going to be walking the streets with him, no problem.
They don't need to know where he came from.
The 6'9" cat man's gonna be. Don't worry, he's with us.
All right, so now you guys are
And then-
back with the dogs with this.
And then Tari is going to cast invisibility on him and tell him to
God.
be quiet while we walk back to Blackstaff.
Yeah, as if his thumping wasn't going to make anyone aware of his presence.
Must I be quiet?
Yes.
Does he even know how to do that?
We don't want any ne'er-do-wells attempting to capture you.
Oh, I see. Reconnaissance and what? Very well. I can be very sneaky.
I'm sure you can.
Yes, the Giff are well known in our stealth.
Did he just say they're well known for their stealth?
That's what I said, Rudman.
You probably weigh 2 tons.
I never mentioned your weight. That's a low blow.
Oh my god.
So he probably does weigh 2 tons.
Is everyone this rude on this planet?
Only
Yeah.
half of us.
Mostly just him.
He's on the
I
higher
am
scale.
what I am.
All right, Tim
Might
Tam,
be
lead
a
the way.
bit on the spectrum. Let's go.
Riff raff.
Tim Tam.
Street
Street
trap.
rat.
All right, so we travel to Blackstaff with him invisible.
Okay.
Thumping
Uh,
across the streets.
It just looks like glares stomping across the street.
All right. You make your way to the front of Blackstaff Tower, and one of the mages there stops you, and he will say, "Hello, please state your business."
Here to report to Blackstaff. She asked us to investigate a wreckage on the coast.
She is away for now, but on some very important business. I could take a message, but she'll be back tomorrow.
I assure you it's very
And
important.
we-
So if she could get back to us as soon as possible, that would be great.
Tari to glare. Can we just wait here with him? I don't want to walk around with him in the city.
We could take him to the inn for now.
But
I'm afraid he'd bring the building down.
Well, I mean, I walk around in there just fine.
look,
He says,
Can-
"Very
That's
well.
fair.
What message would you like to leave?" And he sort of pulls out a pen and paper, quill.
Please inform her we discovered something on the shipwreck that requires her urgent attention.
That's it. Any other details? Or
Nah.
Really, it's a lot harder to explain in
and who is leaving this message?
Curious Glare,
Very well. I will
son of Glance.
send this message, and she will be in touch.
Very well.
All right.
Shall we go back to the inn?
will my spell last that long, or am I have to renew it?
Yeah, you're fine. I think invisibility
Okay.
lasts like let me double check.
Hour.
An hour, so you're fine. You're not that far away.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
we'll take him back to the inn.
All right. You all eventually arrive back to the inn after several minutes, and you all walk in. And when you walk in, and the invisibility sort of fades,
Oh, the halflings.
yeah, Warrington will look around and he'll be like, "Oh, this is a nice, quaint establishment."
Thank you. This is our hope to be soon opened tavern.
Ah, very nice. Very, very nice. Well done. Well done.
Halflings.
What's down here?
Down where?
He sort of looks down the hatch to the basement. I smell ale. Wow.
There's ale, and also you don't want to go down there. Just we'll get
Oh.
you some ale.
Oh, very well. All right.
Halflings, this is Warrington. He'll be staying with us tonight.
Whoa, they're tiny. Ha! Hello there, little ones. They sort of look up to him, and they're terrified, and they just run away, like screaming, like, ah! He's a monster!
Keep it quiet.
They
They scream slightly lower volume.
Tari will pin a note to our neighborhood-friendly ghost on the bar, telling him, "Don't let him in the cellar. Max 1 keg."
And there's just a smiley face on the note. It's written, "Oh, what? What manner of devilry did that?"
Oh, that's just the ghost.
Yeah, that's just our ghost haunting the tavern.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I've dealt with them before, specters and such.
Well, that explains everything.
Nothing like a good haunting.
So...
All right, well, I will make my way to a room and sort of rest for a moment. It's been a bit of a day, but
It really has.
I bid you all good afternoon or good evening, whatever the time is here, and I will take a nap. Ha!
Probably getting closer to the evening.
See you later, Zumba. And he'll go upstairs.
So, Penelope,
Penelope is eating a crepe.
First off, where did you get that? It's not safe to eat any of the stuff around here. The chef could have had a hand in it.
It's really good.
This is good stuff. I was gonna say, it's possible she got it from the vendor not too far from here. It's really good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I suppose you're probably going to report this to your Harper contacts.
She said, "Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure am."
Right.
We would appreciate a delay in that report.
Don't worry, I won't say anything about you. I'm not evil, you know.
That's a relief, but I was just going to say, well, can you just, just give us, like, a day to deal with this? Because technically this is something Blackstaff has a hand in, and I don't know how much contact you guys have with the Blackstaff.
All right. I'll give you guys a day. But remember, Ult's performance is tomorrow night, and we gotta be there.
It's true. Speaking of that, all right, so is a game plan. One of us distracts him for a little bit while the other person with his sneezing powder sneaks in, puts on the makeup, anything else that he has, and gets...
I guess. I mean, by distraction, do you mean punch? Because I can do that.
No hurting.
Shame.
We could get Xena to fangirl for him.
How about you, fangirl? You're way better at that. You seem like you fit the type.
Well, considering I don't speak verbally. Oh, we could just get Penelope to do it.
What?
It's almost kind of taboo to fan over another bard. I'm just saying, a bard to a bard, usually doesn't work.
I am not doing that. I hate him. I'm not even pretending to do that. And she sort of folds her arms.
Exactly.
I mean, I can pretend to fangirl if needed.
And we can have a widget put the powder in, and then put the powder in someone else's belongings, one of his entourage.
Is there anything else we want to do, or do we think that would be sufficient enough, Penelope?
I like the idea of the sneezing powder for sure, and using the ferret to deliver it is a good idea too. But I think we should try and search back there if we can early.
Oh, that's right. We want to see if he has anything dark secrets back there.
And if Xena, if you're a fangirl, what if you bring him fangirl food?
All right.
What do you think? Well,
Sure.
what can you make? What do you think he'd like? What do you think a douchebag like him would like to eat? Imagine the most obnoxious, narcissistic person you've ever met. What do you think they would like to eat?
Divinity.
What?
Divinity candy.
Divinity candy. Okay.
Have you never had divinity?
No.
It's extremely sweet. Like, it's a candy recipe that is so sweet that it will make you throw up, basically. It's so disgustingly sweet. I hate it in real life. But it's extremely hard to make.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's go with that. Perfect.
I was just expecting her to look towards Vince and be like, "What do you like?"
I was actually expecting it for Jeff.
Oh.
What you guys don't know is Jeff is already.
Jeff's already slunk out.
Just already what?
I haven't told him yet, but while we're talking and everything, I'm going to slink out of the building.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt. Because I have somewhere else to be.
Good luck beating my passive perception.
Yeah, so glare. So make a stealth check if you want to do it sneakily.
Okay.
And we'll see whose passive perception you beat. Penelope won't say anything either way, even if she sees you.
I don't think Glare would either, really. He'd just probably laugh.
Yeah, Tari wouldn't care either.
So really the only people that matter here... Well, I'll tell you who sees it, at the very least.
Everybody.
Everybody sees you leave.
God.
Literally everybody,
Bye,
even
Jeff.
witches.
Bye!
I don't even say anything. I just keep walking.
Even like out the window, you hear someone go, "Goodbye, rude man!"
I create a snowball the size of the window, and I throw it through the window, and it explodes in the front room, all over everybody.
That was refreshing. He's a magician. Ha! Ha ha ha! And what?
Among other things. I just fixed that window.
I'll get the boards, Claire.
I'm already gone. I've walked down the road. I can't even hear you anymore.
I'm surprised you didn't send the weasel after him.
All right.
Because I thought we needed the weasel.
This is for tomorrow night.
Oh.
Too late now. I'm gone.
Yep. And Penelope will be like, "Well, I have to go now too, I guess. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Remember, 10 p.m. sharp at the theater. I'll meet you all, let's say, 2 hours before the show."
Also, a sneezy powder, yes, but who's going to sneak in to see if they can find any dirty secrets? Or are we going to trust the ferret to find something good?
I don't know.
Oh, really?
Someone's good at sneaking, right? Do you have any sort of... I've seen you use invisibility.
Drow.
You've used invisibility spells before. Use that.
I'll look over
You
at
got
Tari.
a couple of bad rolls make me not what are useful, huh?
You have nights like that, dude. Trust me.
I'll look over to Tari. Maybe we can help Vince if he's willing to find some dirt on him.
Help
Fitz? Are you speaking in third
Help,
person?
yes. Help, Jeff. Sorry, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Just a little tired.
Yeah, I
Me
can.
too.
All right. With that, Penelope will wave goodbye and she'll leave. At that point, you all hear from upstairs, sort of echoing out below, "Oh, this is a wonderful workshop. Time to explore this space. Oh, well done."
Claire's gonna run up the stairs.
And that's where we'll stop for tonight.
Oh, wonderful workshop. Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Don't touch the powder.
I'm so glad I left because the house is gonna blow up.
God.
Wow.
Sorry about that long combat, you guys.
Oh, no, it
Jeez
wasn't your
Louise.
fault.
Because of the rolls.
God, that was awful. Everyone,
I-
even the enemies, were missing back and forth and back and forth.
I love how the only time I hit was when I threw my weapon away in rage.
Oh my goodness. It was
That's what I did with my monk in one of my campaigns. I kept trying to attack with a quarterstaff. It always missed, so I eventually just like gave up on attacking with it, and I always hit after that.
Claire just drops the war pick and just punches him.
Jeez Louise. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed all that. I hope you enjoyed Warrington. He's probably one of my more favorite NPCs, honestly.
That is an awesome character.
Yeah. So next time we'll see what happens at the. We'll see what happens with Jeff and where he's going, and then we'll see what happens with Ulf's performance, and we'll see what shenanigans Warrington.
Oh, Glaire's going to be working in his workshop tonight. I assure you of that.
Yeah. So, see you guys next time, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.